Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Rivals Rumble people. Chelsea are cooking. No one can tell me otherwise. They're cooking, bro. They're back. Chelsea are back and no one can stop them. We'll see how it goes. They're back, bro. Bro, their second string team looked very good. Look to, bro, their front line is, bro, Mudryk is cooking. Mudryk is absolutely cooking. Mudryk is cooking. Nkunku, Joao Felix, of course, Pedro Neto. Malagustus playing this sassy, but Chelsea look very good. A lot of people don't want to give them praise. We just have to say that. But they look like they are very, very good, to be honest. Hit the like button if you are here. We'll talk about Chelsea, Manchester City, and Arsenal rattling people. The question that we'll ask at the end is that, are Arsenal rattled or they rattled rivals? Because it goes both ways, actually. Who's rattling? But listen, as Luke says, hit that like button, people. Come on, let's get to 300 likes. We got 300 people here. Right off the bat, hit that like button. We're starting with Chelsea. They're definitely cooking. I think Chelsea will put a separation between them and the rest of the pack of top four. I actually think that. What is wrong, Olo? Can you let the Chelsea guy at least start?
Only the ones that, only the same area. You know what I mean? Honestly.
This is utter woke nonsense right here, man. But yeah,
woke nonsense.
Yeah, it's just utter woke nonsense.
Olive's been doing too much memeing today. You know what I mean? I can tell. Big up to it. But no, man, listen.
Like the video. Big up Luke Skywalker. Big up for the super chat. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the chat. Hit that like button, as Luke says. A big up Luke for the super chat. Let me guys know what you guys think in the chat as well. Go ahead, Ahmed. Sorry.
No, it's okay, man. Listen, again, good performance. Cuckoo hat trick, can't be disappointed. But again,
Chelsea doing the humble. I can't take it, bro. I can't
not even be. I'm not. Guys, but listen, I've always.
Thing. Did you notice that? Yeah, we won. We won in the football terrace, and Winter was like, "Yeah, we won another guy. It's okay. We won. It's expected. It's okay. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it."
It's not even a humble thing. Just like again, in general, if you're Chelsea, you should be beating Barrow. Like again, it's like if I was facing, for example, Barnsley last week as a Manchester United fan, I would expect us to beat Barnsley. It's not really a hyping up thing. Again, good to see that my players are getting some goals in. Hopefully that can help them. Obviously, put some goals at the back of the net. But at the end of the day, game's the game. I want this to happen. I want this to continue. We've got Brighton next week. On Saturday. Long may it continue.
The next run of games are absolutely crucial for Chelsea, actually.
Exactly. Brighton to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. Nottingham Forest now are a big team now. They beat Liverpool away from home. So big up if with the Liverpool people. I actually think that So, okay, hold on. I'm gonna ask a question. Does everybody now see the vision of the Chelsea project, having two teams, enough players to field two teams? Anybody see the project now?
Yeah, I think. Look. You know how they say. Look, I'm gonna say this, and I know Chelsea fans will feel hurt, but sometimes when you throw shit at the wall, it's to stick. Something will stick, and this is what has happened with Chelsea. I don't even think there was a vision. Let's not lie. There was no vision here. There was just throwing.
Bro,
No,
you
let
literally
let me
just
finish.
lying. You're just literally out like
Let
lying, bro. Like this is
let me finish.
this is
I think
sorry. Before you speak, my brother, yeah, I have to come in here because this is the sort of thing that I really hate when people just say ignorant stuff, yeah, and they don't actually, they're not a part of of this thing. Chelsea have been saying for the longest time they want to build two different teams. It was said in the first thing in the summer when we had Club World Cup. This is why, man. This is just an ignorant take.
I think
Ignorance.
Look,
Can you let him? Can you let him finish?
let me finish. Look. I genuinely think there was let's just buy whatever is out there and whatever is good, and it will stick. Because let's not forget that there's people like Modric, who I think you spent like 90 haven't stuck. So that's something out there. Obviously, I have admired that. I warned a few people that look, that stuff I was saying, throw shit at the wall, it will stick. It's sticking a bit because people like Joao Felix, these are ballers. This is a baller. But I don't think Chelsea had a plan. I don't think there was a plan. I think even another plan for them was Baldy thought this is America. I think they thought this is America. Let's just buy stars and later on I can sell them. You can't lie to me that all those players you were buying, you've got 41 players. There was a point in time you were playing City. We had like 21 players on the list. You had 41. You were just buying NPCs. Those NPCs in there. I don't think those NPCs you had plans for them because some of them you've started shipping them away. So look, big up to Chelsea. You finally went to get a good manager because let's not forget you are also throwing shit at the wall for managers. Potter. Then you're going to Poch. Then now you've settled with this guy Enzo, who most of the Chelsea fans did not want because they said, "Oh, why are we getting a guy from the Championship?" Forgetting that this is a Pep Guardiola student, and Pep Guardiola students always cook. Vincent Company, big up to you, my African brother. So I genuinely think yes, it's work. It looks like it's working because I think Enzo is a good manager, but I think you guys were just throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks.
I love how
Let me say this. Wait. Let me also say this. Let me say this before I go. Look at the midfield. You were just buying all Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo. You just went there. You were just grabbing whatever is there. The defense. There was a point in time your defense was so loaded. Big up to you guys for employing my African brothers. I appreciate that, but you were just loading defenders. Some of the defenders were like, where are they going to sit here? Do you remember there was a point in time you never had a place to put all these players in the dressing room? You can tell me that's a plan. That's called just buying buying for the sake of buying.
What you're doing here is the same season in which our lowest season, the season when they had already given up on the season and decided we're just gonna buy these players and we're gonna focus on the summer.
Oh, say that again. Say that again. Say what you just said. Say that again.
We literally gave up on that season. It was point blank true.
And then you just bought players for the sake of it. So
no, we were like, we're gonna spend the play. We're gonna buy the players that we were probably gonna buy in the summer and literally buy them now. We might as well because we've already given up on the season. That was point blank true at the time and at the period. And again, I just don't understand why we continue to speak about a guy that's not at Chelsea at the moment. Like we keep on saying this guy called Bowley. Bowley's not at Chelsea. He doesn't do part. He's not even a part of the decision making process. Like, why do we keep on saying the same sort of like rubbish?
This foundation of buying too many players and put them in contracts like it's jail.
He was only here for one summer when we didn't have no sporting directors, and after that, it's been sporting directors. Literally, since January of that window of the window, that's when it's taken place. I don't understand where this has come from. And I think for me, this idea of like Chelsea having 41 players. Chelsea have had 41 players before under Roman Abramovich, and no one spoke about it. Do you know why? Because we were winning. And again, Chelsea have made it clear. And I hate to be, doing this too much prop because I don't like to do too much prop in my personal opinion. But like we've known they want to flip players. They've said it themselves. That's why so many of these NPC players that you've been speaking about, they're not probably going to be at the club in the next year or two because they're going to get flipped for profit. Because that's what Chelsea have been doing for the longest time. This is not anything new.
No, I know your academy used to buy players and loan them out, but I'm just saying. I think I know it's your club and I get it, but I'm not coming from a joke. I'm just saying there was a point in time, even right now, we're still laughing that okay, it's working now because he's selected a few, but there's players like Chilwell. You spent like 60. he's now just been left outside. You get what I mean? It's only recently.
Do you know when Chilwell got brought, my friend? When did can you tell when Chilwell got brought? When was Chilwell
I
brought?
don't know. It was seasons ago, and City also wanted him at that point.
Was it not under Lampard?
Chilwell was brought under Roman Abramovich in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. 2020. So what does he have to do with the squad?
Still NPC investment.
Chilwell brought us a UCL. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, but you know what I'm trying to tell you. Look.
I feel like listen. With the greatest level of respect, bro. I just feel like you're just doing this for a troll. If you want to speak,
I am not.
Yes, you are. You're coming here
outside.
Look,
from the outside.
No, you know what it is. You know what it is. Yeah, when I speak to other people, they speak to me. Yeah, at least with some level of logic.
Will is certain the facts, and he's gonna explain everyone.
Right now, there's no logic. He's speaking.
I am being serious. I'm saying from
this
the
is
outside.
No. I have to back
Ahmed. There is a logic.
Can we just all of us should be calm? Ahmed.
Ahmed, I'm here to troll you. Ahmed, I am here to troll you. I am here to troll you.
Yes, I know when Zayo trolls me.
No, I am here to troll you. I'm letting you know.
Guys, calm down. I just want to add something. Guys, hold on. You can't tell me, Ahmed, that every single player you bought was bought.
But I've never said that though, Mo. That's the thing. I've never said that, again, not every single player I brought. But the vast majority, but I've said the vast majority of the players we have brought have been though. Yes, the vast majority we have been fought out. We can't just make arguments that every single player bought, it's got no fault. Because that's what he's saying. The vast majority of them have been brought with some level of fault. Like we can't act like that.
Let me jump in a little bit. First of all,
this shows heated from like the first
Patrick is the most eloquent. Patrick's the most eloquent, like blood pressure raiser I've ever met. He just says it's so.
Not doing that. I am serious.
No, Patrick, I know you too well now. He knows how to say certain things that are serious but joking at the same time. But I think personally, he does have a point there in terms of when you look at the types of players who've been bought in the same position. It does feel a little bit scattergun when it comes to that. Now, of course, there's no way a multi-billion-pound company, which Chelsea are, will just do things on a whim. That is crazy. These guys are billionaires. They'll have people who plan for plans. I mean, I work for a company and like all the way up to, the CEO, everyone's got to have a rationale.
You're waffling big time.
I'm confused. Am I talking about Chelsea's owners?
No, I'm not talking about Chelsea. No,
he's propping Chelsea's owners, bro.
I'm not propping. I'm not propping. See, Mo, you didn't listen to what I said. I said there was a mess in the sense they bought too many players in the same position. Right, for me, that's the mess part of it. However, I don't just believe that it's a case of scattergun approach because it's a multi-billion-pound company. We can't be just naive and just act like, they just decided tomorrow it's championship manager. Them just click a button but maybe Todd Bowley did that as a Cowboy or as a Dodger, but I don't think that's the case right now.
Yeah, right now it looks great. Look. Let me say something to you guys. What they have done might actually end up looking genius later on because Enzo is selecting. But guess what? It's in life where you buy too much, you can select from like these are the bad ones. I want this one. Because I said the same thing about Poch. When Poch said I need more players, I was like, Poch, you have so much. You have a catalog of players to pick from. So Enzo has done that. And the fact that they look good now is why maybe some Chelsea fans are like, we had their plan. But my God, no. There's a point in time I was asking, why are you going to buy this guy? Like even right now, to be honest with you, I'm still laughing at the point where I was like, why do you buy Neto?
You know the reason why they look good now is not because of who they bought. It's because they've got a better manager, and that's why.
Yeah,
with a plan. That's why.
Yeah, but you get my point. I was like, Neto,
Patrick, I think
Felix and what's his name, Sancho, especially Sancho and Neto. I was like, okay, Sancho can flip both sides, and I see what it is. Neto can also flip both sides. So are you trying to say you're getting rid of Madueke, and then Madueke stayed, and Modric is still there?
But what's wrong with that, though?
But I don't understand what the issue of that. Again,
I think they're flat
too
much.
So Patrick, let me put it this way. I think because we haven't seen any club run this way is why we're all talking like this. Just because we're used to seeing how clubs are run, and then all of a sudden we see Chelsea try this model, and we're like, we've never seen it succeed. This is terrible. Look, it's better to have more than to have less at the end of the day. Whether or not, and I agree with Olu, the owners may not know how to run a football club, but they are billionaires for a reason. They'll hire people who know how to do what they need to do, right? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they will hire people. Yeah. So it left to me, they may be trying out a business module that we all have never seen before. And let's give it time and see what the business module works like. Right now, they're looking good because they have a good manager. He has a selection to select from. He's playing the best football that they can play right now with the team that he has. And if at the end of the day they choose to increase the value of their players by playing good football and selling them for double the money, good on them. If they choose to keep them, good on them. But it's because we've not seen it.
Can I
It's
counter
because we haven't.
But you don't think that financially is? I have a point, so you can continue. You don't think that selling hotels, trying to justify selling these assets, which is something that we haven't seen in our life. Hold on, no. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it's something that we haven't seen in our life before. I've never heard about it.
Real Madrid sold a training ground.
Yeah,
Barcelona. Barcelona sold so much assets of that they all need
and that was because they were in trouble.
Yeah, but
not necessarily Real Madrid was.
Okay, so my point is, do we believe or do we not believe that Chelsea are tight a little bit in finances next season if they don't make?
No.
By the way, factually speaking, you are flying very close.
Factually, but okay.
That is not me talking, Alex. But let me finish Dio's point and then come to you, Alex, please.
Okay.
Because go ahead, Dio.
Now I was saying, like, look, I hear you. We haven't seen clubs run this way before. I don't know why they are doing this type of business, but it seems like it's working for them. The bottom line is because we haven't seen it, rival fans are all up in airs. Oh, Chelsea is close to FFP.
Skeptical.
It's okay to be skeptical. I'm skeptical, but I'm seeing that whatever it is, look, they sold their own properties, and the FA came back and said it's legal. They were below. They crossed the line. Hey, okay, cool. So now we know that that's something that is not a bad thing. Other clubs hadn't done it before. Now they've done it, and now we know that it's not against the rules.
Leicester also did something nobody has ever done before. So
exactly. So just because they're doing things differently, out of the box, and we all think that, oh, this is wrong. Why would you sell this? If you sell your own hotel because you are losing money on the hotel to your mother company. I mean, business is business as long as they're not breaking any.
But we didn't say it's wrong. I just said we are able to question it, saying there was a point in time. I even came on streams with Chelsea fans. They were admitting that some were not even understanding why we're just buying players instead of buying specific players that suit the manager. That's why I'm saying Enzo, I have respected him because he came to Chelsea and said, I don't like you, straightforward. I don't want you. I want this person. Because I said to Pochettino, I said to Chelsea fan, I was like, if Pochettino is a good manager, why is he going in public yapping that he needs to buy more players? He's got a selection here. You need to go to that Chelsea squad and select players that suit you. Same thing, that's what Enzo is doing. But at a point in time, as some of us fans who are even watch football, maybe because we've never seen it, I was like, they seem like they're just buying and hoping that one of these players does something magical and it works. That's what I'm saying.
Let me Alex then Ahmed, then Will, then Ahmed, please. Alex.
I was actually I was listening to Patrick's talking, and that's why kind of like Ahmed is trying to make it a little bit more clear. So let me try to explain as much as I understand, because none of us actually know how we think, but let me try to explain. The problem that you never seen something like that that the company buys a lot of players, like a lot, is because none of the clubs had to replace that many players at a specific short time. Neither City, nobody. When Pep Guardiola came, he did not replace 11. He replaced by one player, by two players. And guess what? Even when you do those kind of short transitions with Pep, to give you, Patrick, specifically, example why, for you to understand, he got the goalkeeper and he did not like him. The next season, he changed him. So even it doesn't mean that you buy 3 players. It means that you're going to all 3 of them succeeded. The idea that you have in your head that you're buying a player and all of them are going to succeed, it's in the Star Wars. You go fetch.
Yeah, Nolito didn't work. Ferran Torres didn't work. I get your point now.
The actual stats say out of 5 players that you sign, you hope for 2 to actually land, and not land like mid-table land, fit in your team. So to give you again example, each of your teams did not rebuild and replaced 11. Your teams replaced 2, 3 at a time. Chelsea had to replace all of them. We did not have a backline. Remember that? When Rudiger left for free, when Christensen left for free, remember that time? We had to replace everybody. And a youth team already start to drying out from Roman Abramovich. So you don't understand how many players we had to replace in the beginning from the first time. We did a mistake. They fixed it the next summer with Koulibaly, with all those players, because they decided to change the directions. That's why you don't see what you have in City, because we bought 22 players, and based on stats that usually goes, you buy 5, you hope for 2. If you buy 20, you might will have 8 players.
Other clubs,
we have seen it.
I want to
Okay,
get
give me an example.
I'll give you example.
Wait, so what I'm saying is right.
Wait. Most teams who get promoted actually buy a hell of a lot of players. I believe it was Nottingham Forest. I'm just saying you have seen teams who have accumulated loads of players in one go. It's not something that's new. Yes, it's new for a team who's at the top, but it's not something that we haven't seen before. And most times when teams do that, once teams do that, most times it always messes up. This is why it's interesting. I think what Patrick is alluding to, and what people who criticize allude to, is the players in the same position who seem to be being bought at the same time, right? And that's where I've said, that's where I'm like, and I said, I was right from the early. I was right early saying most of these players are here to be flipped. And some people were trying to say, no, this players are good. And I was like, no, if you just look at the business model and you understand how American companies work, and especially an investment company, those players will be.
Let me ask you, those teams that you give me example, did they sell same amount of players that they bought in?
Yes,
watch season, please tell me.
When Nottingham Forest got promoted, they signed about 11 players. No, they got promoted.
And how many did they sell?
2 seasons ago. I don't know the exact numbers, but
thank you. I'll look it up right now.
Oh, Forest had issues, isn't it? They came up and most of the players are long players, isn't it? Yeah.
Actually, we took it away from the football to the freaking project and praising Chelsea and
this whole conversation bores the absolute daylights out of me. City or Chelsea can buy whoever they want, and it doesn't matter until they start winning crap. So
you don't see the progress at all?
I mean, sure, they can have progress. They should have progress. Every team should have progress. Every team should strive to get better, unless you're like a relegation fodder bouncing up and down throughout the league. Right? Like every team has ebbs and flows, right? Like it's a normal thing. But like this whole conversation about, they have 2 teams, they bought this, they bought that, the system's I don't care. Play football.
Fact. Win something.
Yeah, but also that's the thing about the beauty about football. You might not care, other people might care. So everybody has their opinion. Because for me, to be honest, I also saw Forest and I was laughing at them. I was like, guess what I did? People sometimes think I just waffle. I don't. I actually went and researched Forest and found out that most of the players for Forest were on loan at the championship. So teams took the players back.
I knew that. Yeah, so I knew that Forest had. Okay, so let me just clear this point out. Nottingham Forest had to buy players. They had no team.
They had no choice. Yeah.
Like if they went to the Premier League without buying players, they would have no teams. But that is different than Chelsea.
Exactly.
I'm going to give you an example. Manchester United are not privileged enough to get rid of players and buy new players. Why are Chelsea privileged enough to sell all these players and buy new, replace them one season after the other? Arsenal were stuck for years with El Neni. Arsenal were stuck for years.
Mo, answer me the question then.
Which
player did they sell for profit the last 5-10 years? Either United or Arsenal, that they sell the players for serious amount of money. Please tell me.
So you're telling me that you scammed Man United and Arsenal in favor of your
that's
project?
a fact. That's not even a joke anymore. I'm saying Chelsea always been good at selling players. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. This is always been the case.
Yeah, so how you can ask
before I do the super chats, I want to get Ahmed's opinion about Chelsea quickly.
Wait, so can I just finish this point very quickly? So when I said the point about about Nottingham Forest and about QPR, all I was stating was a fact, which is teams have done it. I didn't say it was right. I didn't say it was wrong. I didn't say the context. I just said, actually, if you go through history, teams have done it. That's all I was saying.
Yes, and you're right. The problem is they didn't have to sell it. We had to sell it. They
I understand
didn't.
that. I'm just saying it happened.
I just need one Chelsea fan to answer me this. Next season, you have 2 wingers coming in. At the current point, You have 7 forwards players. Where are they playing? I need an
I
answer
don't
for
know.
this.
I don't know. Whoever plays better going to start.
We know that wingers are
Why
going to
is
solve.
the-
Why?
why
This
is the
question,
defense
this
problem?
this question is like stupid because like again we know wingers are going to get sold.
Thank you.
We're not
Thank
good
you so
enough to
much.
play. Simple as that.
Exactly.
What do you
Have to
Help
mean?
do
the
that.
worst ones.
Like it's
Like,
point blank
that
period.
night
We
game.
know. Listen, let's be honest. We know certain wings are going to be leaving. Mudrik's probably going to leave the club if he doesn't improve. Same with Madueke. Wame with other
Well,
wingers
how
too.
is it that easy, Ahmed? How is it that easy? Do you
It
think
is
that
that-
Sterling-
We've
It
been
is
saying
that
it.
easy
Sterling is
because
gonna go?
I don't. For example, I'll give you an easy example. Mudrik could have been sold this summer apparently.
But
So
he
are you
wasn't so
telling?
because no one came
No,
for him. Ahmed, be
No,
logical, Ahmed.
no, that is
No
true.
one came
No,
for him.
it literally came out half an hour ago. A club in Germany came for Mudrik, but we wanted to keep him.
Was
Literally
it
point
Dortmund?
blank.
I think it was
Yeah,
By
Dortmund.
the way,
from Fabrizio Romano. So again,
Came to
when we
buy
see,
him.
yes,
there was
yes,
like,
literally
I don't know how
half an
true
hour
it is,
ago.
but it was like.
Probably
Yeah,
on loan.
Look, it doesn't
So
matter.
again, the point I'm just trying to make is again, we are one of the best sellers, in
Exactly.
football. We will get these guys off the books. We will do it. So I don't understand why
you
this
can debate this with United fan. They never sold nobody. You can debate with Arsenal fan.
bro. You
They
know what's
didn't
mad?
do- They
You know
didn't
what's
sell
mad?
nobody. Seriously.
The only player that we made profit of was Dan James. You know how embarrassing that is. Anyway,
You see what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
why are you asking
Even
the
even
people
more,
that sell
more here's
snow?
the thing. More even here's the thing.
Can
More-
before you speak, can I get Ahmed?
Okay.
He hasn't said his opinion. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
And then I'll come to you.
now my opinion on Chelsea, objectively speaking, I think they're moving in the right direction with this coach because the thing is, everyone had their reservations and rightfully so. Oh, championship, blah blah blah. Cool, you can say that. However, when you see him coaching these players and you can see the plan he's doing on the pitch, you can say that he's got so many players, but you also have to look at it in this way that he doesn't rate certain players in this team. He doesn't. He doesn't rate Mudryk. He's given him plenty of chances. He don't rate that guy. Madueke, he's not really a great player. He went and bought a player in Sancho, who fits his plan. You've got a player like Felix who fits his plan. And slowly, once the system is going to be implemented, I think, attacking wise and with the midfield options they have, they can do something. I still think defensively they're not that great, but in terms of what they're doing right now, they're moving in the right way, innit? Like they're moving in the right way. I think
In
a
terms
manager
of football, 100%. In terms of football, 100%.
and also what I like about their manager, is that he's very upfront and honest and blunt with whatever. Like he says what he thinks.
Yeah,
He doesn't
that I
sugarcoat
respect,
anything.
That
He
I
doesn't.
respect.
He doesn't lie about anything. He doesn't glaze over things. He just says it as it is. Guy came in and said, "Look, Mudryk, I've gave him time. Gave him time. It's not a problem." Like he's basically saying, "Look, I've given him loads of chances. It's up to him whether he wants to perform or not. Like it's beyond his coaching now." So like all the players that we're thinking about, or how they're gonna sell and who fits in. They sold us Mason Mount. I'm still scarred over that, so they'll be able to sell them in the future. So,
They finessed you. Let's be honest, they finessed
bro,
you.
I'm scarred from that. Do you get what I'm saying? I can't sleep.
And you give him the 7. You gave him the 7. My God.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Let me
I'm
do
just-
the super chat. Dayo, go ahead. Dayo, go ahead.
I was like,
Apologies.
I'm just wondering why we're discussing Chelsea's internal problems when on the pitch they look good. Like it's
Yes.
the football.
Well,
and the one
thank
thing,
you.
and the one thing I'll say to you,
Thank you so
the
much.
one thing I'll say to you about Chelsea is this: they can sell, but even if they don't sell, we see what they're doing with their players. He selected who he wants. They put the rest on the side. They don't care. Chelsea will deal with their players that way. We've seen it this season. The ones that they did not sell, what have they done? They put them aside. They even told them train separately.
Training separately.
It's like train
the
separately,
NPCs.
do your thing.
Yeah.
These are my guys, and they'll figure out a way to sell them because they're a club that sells. So you know what? Talking about the internal workings of Chelsea and whether it will affect them on the pitch, we can see that it's not affecting them on the pitch. We see what is happening on the pitch is good, and whatever is going on internally, whether they sold those players or not, is not affecting the game. So let's let's
agree
focus
with
on
you
the game. So
100%. Let me just do the super chats. Luke Skywalker, Mo, Mama Flossie, and Haitham Shubair legends. Can we get them modded? Well, being a mod is not like a badge. It's just actually hard work. You need to actually track the comments and stuff.
Prove it.
But I can mod them, of course, if they ask for it. I can. I need more mods anyway to fix this chat. To be honest, so some people are rattled for no reason. We are talking about football. It is not that deep, people. It is not that deep.
This is what I was
In the
saying.
They
chat,
usually have an
Alex, I'm not
Arsenal
talking about
badge
the panel. I'm
somewhere
talking
in
about the
their
chat.
profile picture.
Bro, in the chat. Some people wait until we speak about Arsenal
about
to
the
get
rattled
actually
people.
rattled, people. When we talk about Arsenal, you will get rattled. Right, guys, there's over 750 of you here. We really need this show to be on 400 likes now. Hit that like button. Appreciate you, Luke, so much. President Jafar is saying sounds like 115 bottles of salt. Are you salty?
130 now. And Patrick, for rattling Chelsea fans, we're going to make that 131. We're bringing
I didn't vote for anybody.
Can I ask Patrick? Can I ask you a quick question? Let's assume that in an alternate universe, Arsenal wins all 38 games in the season. You know that would be 114 points. How many points?
What universe are you living in? Oh, I get what.
No, I'm saying let's just create in like how many points do you think you then would need to be able to win the EPL that year?
What are you talking about? Say that again. I didn't hear you.
If Arsenal gets 114 points,
joke. 116.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do. I see. I have caught it. I see.
Why now? More. You should have let it fall.
He didn't get it. It's okay. It's okay.
But I see what you're trying to do, Dyer.
Okay, hold on. Other club fans just lie. Just 42 squad had 13 to 14 under 21 loan players that were used in preseason. People need to get over this notion.
We saw the videos of them in the gym. That was about 100 players, man.
Yeah, that gym video is funny though. Guys,
it's a joke. Alex,
because you could do with some plays, isn't it?
When it's funny is when the first comment that if you will consider in the world of football, watch football teams that have the best academies, Chelsea is in the first one or second one.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah,
it's always been. So when Tuchel came to Chelsea, he's like, I couldn't believe how many players came into the preseason.
All right.
So
I just thought it was
been there.
Guys,
I just thought it was
Chez is here. Alex is gonna go down, and Alex might jump in again, but we're gonna have Chez with us.
Yeah, go ahead
as well.
See you guys.
Big up. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you having me. Chez is here. Blaze is saying we always had a plan. Question is, will it work? This is just rivals' ignorance showing again. Reports stated Chelsea anticipated bloated fixtures and wanted 2 squads. Probably yes, and it looks like Chelsea can feel too. And I'm gonna say something, guys. Chelsea can literally rest starting 11 and win the Conference League with the second team, which is not a lot of teams can do that.
But are they? But there is question. The next question is
that would be beneficial.
I come back to this: is the egos you got to deal with, and that's why no team in football, every team in world football can go and say
what egos. I don't get that.
What egos? If a player is playing 90 minutes in the Conference League,
come on, Joao Felix. If he continues playing in the Conference, is he gonna be happy?
Exactly, you're dealing with football players who have got egos. There's a reason why
you guys are reaching.
You're overcooking.
Stop. Let me finish. There's a reason why in the history of football, no one has ever had 2 teams of first team players. It doesn't happen because you got to deal with that as well. You got to deal with human beings. It's not Football Manager where you could just say it's players on a piece of paper, basically. Like this is the real world we're living in.
If that was the case, are we able to sign so many players on no contracts then?
Oh God, that's because you offer them stupid amounts of money on a contract that protects them for the rest of their life. That's 70,000 pounds a week is life changing. Give that for 8 years. I'm living in life.
I need numbers and metrics. You can't just say.
I'll just give you a metric.
Because me and Ahmed are here.
I'll give you a metric. If I give you 70,000,
I need you to rebuttal me with facts.
If I give you, let me just ask you a question. If I give you 70,000,
but he just gave you a salary. Are you listening to this?
If I give you 70,000 pounds a week for 8 years, would you sign it? Guaranteed.
Leave him. He's
guaranteed. 70,000 for 8 years.
Ollie.
This is fucked up.
How do I say about sounding rude?
God, be rude.
You just said
no, please don't. No.
No, he's my friend. He's my friend.
Of course. I said to you,
how
do we get so many players? There's an issue with egos and having 2 squads. You then said to me, because you offer them loads of money. So please tell me who you've bought who offered loads of money.
There's a good statement there. It says Chelsea doesn't have ego players, but has got outcasts, so they're willing to accept anything.
I'm just saying that Okay, you're right there. I don't know what was sold to them. I'm just saying, if you have 22 people who are high functioning players, you are going to get egos that build in the dressing room.
Outcasts.
It's as natural. These guys are also looking out for themselves. I'm just saying, there's a reason why teams or managers want.
Do you know there is a simpler question, Olo? Simpler question.
Let me just finish.
There is a You're stretching the point. I'm just gonna ask the simple question, Olo. Is Felix not playing in the Premier League? Is he gonna stay on the bench? Just simple.
No, he won't. No. Eventually, he wants to play. Same with Mudryk. Same with Madueke.
I want Ahmed Urshes to answer this. Yeah, do you think someone like Joao Felix, and people in the chat, yes or no, do you think Joao Felix will be happy playing only Conference League football and maybe a 10-minute, 5-minute cameo? Simple.
Cup, yeah. But Mo,
no,
that's on him.
But
I
no,
don't know, by the way.
I would say, listen, I would say, of course not. But then it's down to him to show the manager that he's able to start for the team.
Every manager has favorites, you know that.
Listen,
I'm telling you, Joao Felix will never be better than Palmer in the 10. Never. It's never gonna happen. You guys know.
Well, then that's for him. That's something for him to deal with. He chose to
that's on him joining Chelsea.
He can also play as a 9, though. He can also play as a 9.
Hold on, let me just talk about this. Go ahead, Chill.
For your example, Mo, you just used the best player in our squad.
Okay, can I rebuttal what you just told me now? Madueke.
What about
in my opinion, for example, Madueke has no legs to stand on if Pedro was to come in and start every single game in the season. Do you know why? He hasn't proven anything. So where's his ego coming from?
So he has an ego
from having some sort of achievement or some sort of status.
No.
I'm asking your opinion, Chez. Do you think Madueke is gonna be happy sitting on the bench if Pedro Neto is starting every game? I'm asking your opinion.
Whether he's happy or not doesn't make a difference in terms of why we'd need 2 players per position.
But that's Olo's point.
That's my point. You're proving my point. He has an ego.
And you haven't listened to him. That is his point. That is literally his point. Him not having legs or not does not change that. When you have first teamers, normally they want to play a bigger role than what you give them if you give them Carabao Cup. There is difference between Conor Bradley and Trent and Madueke and Neto.
Yeah, let me answer that. I think what you're doing here is Oli was trying to find an issue with having competition.
He wasn't trying to find an issue.
I don't think so.
I think I understood him differently from what he said. He's basically saying in any team, and I've had this argument with Arsenal fans who are like, we need somebody like Odegaard. And I said, if you have somebody like Odegaard that plays on the same level as Odegaard, does not want to sit on the bench. I mean, think about it. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you have 2 players, Ches, let me ask you a question. If you work for a company and you're a manager, and somebody else is the manager, you guys are bringing in the same numbers. You're bringing in 6 digits all the time, right? And then they say, they just keep on giving this guy the big accounts, but they tell you to go handle all the little shops. At the point, you're like, come on, man, I'm bringing in the same amount of money this guy brings to the company.
By the way,
so that's all we're saying. We're not saying that
people don't think I understand. I understand what you mean, but
that's what I understand.
I'm disagreeing with the idea of that would be an issue. That's
because they're human.
I'm gonna rebuttal that. Hold on. Me and Shez, correct me if I'm wrong. Do you remember the argument we had on this particular show with the same panel, apart from Patrick, when we said that Arsenal will find it difficult to find an adequate replacement for Bukayo Saka on the same level or close to sit on the bench for a whole season until Saka gets injured or something? Do you guys remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember the argument when we said? Because we reached the conclusion. Can I land?
Let me rebuttal you.
No, I need to land.
You rebutted me. So we rebuttal you back.
Let him land. The plane is in the air.
You don't know what he's going to say. You're not a soothsayer. You can't see the future. Let him finish. Let him land.
Let me ask me a question.
You're not a soothsayer. You're not Nostradamus.
Let him land.
Let him land. You're not Nostradamus, Chelsea. You are not Nostradamus. You are not Nostradamus. You can't read people's minds and you can't see the land.
Stop filibustering there. It's annoying.
Dio, wait. Okay, Shez, the point is, the conclusion is Arsenal aren't in a position like Manchester City to have 2 good players, 2 starters in the same position because they aren't like Man City. That's it.
But the difference is this.
That's me landing.
No, I agree with what you're saying. And all what Olu said didn't fly over my head. I was like, what? My only problem is I don't find this an issue because the Chelsea hierarchy of building a squad in their image to be like Man City, where you're at the highest level, you have 2 players in each position, fighting it out, who reach their potential. This is the ideal scenario. Right?
So, okay.
You have one set, Olu.
Right? Sorry.
You have 2 players for each position, and you make it to Man City's level, and you're fighting for leagues, and you have Felix and Palmer, who can rotate in the Champions League and in the league. That's their idea, right? No one's ever going to find a replacement for Haaland, for Palmer, for Saka. There are anomalies. Why are there anomalies? Because there's not a lot of world-class players who can be replaced by world-class players. If Haaland goes missing, newsflash, everyone, there isn't another Haaland in Man City.
But that's not the point I'm making.
That's why Alvarez. But that's why Alvarez left.
Yes, Alvarez left.
Okay, let me ask a question.
That's why Alvarez left.
Let me clarify something.
And Alvarez is hold on. But that's the point, Ches.
Go on.
That is the point, Ches. Alvarez is not on Haaland level at anyone here can say and say Alvarez is not on Haaland level. But he didn't want to play second fiddle because he's good enough to start for a lot of other teams.
Amo, you know that?
That is the point.
Amo, if that happens to my football club, that is a good thing. Why? Because if my striker who's starting develops into a top striker in the league, where the second guy can't get in, that's a good thing for me. Because
Kunku doesn't want to be second.
But I think.
So I think what Ches is confusing. What I'm saying is he's thinking I'm talking about if Madueke should have an ego. I'm saying forget what he achieves in the game. As a human being, you have an ego, and when you have too many people in one place fighting for the same positions, eventually it starts to poison it. We had
you're talking like Madueke's Neymar.
No, I'm not. You're missing the point.
No, we're not missing the point. This is Madueke here, bro. He's not done anything in the game, and he's not that good.
Yes,
so
but a bad egg can make a dressing room get poisoned. That's the
point. But the reality is, I think the reality is, we've got 2 in each position, correct? And they know that they've only got one more other person to fight for in one position.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? That's just that's what it is. Now you can say, okay, they've got an ego, and then eventually, if that happens, bro, that means the other guy. But the thing I'm saying is that means the other guy's clear of him. That's what it means to me. That guy has done so well, played so well, but much better than him that he can't get into the team. And therefore, if that is the case, have you guys managed? Have you guys time to move on? That means then it means time to move on. I'm actually agreeing with you guys. I'm saying,
I know. Can I point something out though when you're done?
Samo, it's a negative time.
I'm actually agreeing with you. I'm saying,
can we give the mic to somebody? Right.
I'm just saying, I'm agreeing with Olu into listen, if that means that he wants to leave and that's his ego, okay, the club should be able to move on and find adequate replacement. So I agree with exactly.
Ahmed, 100%. I think that the reason why rival fans are looking at it is like they're looking at the comparisons outside, like some special players in your team, like the Cole Palmers, who we know that is miles above a lot of your players. Like, we're talking like, but Cole Palmer, like, for example, what's his name? João Felix is never going to take Cole Palmer's. He's never going to be like, just looking at Cole Palmer's form, I don't think João Felix is going to ever get to that form. We've seen him at the Premiership before. So I think the thing is, we're looking at these players and we're like, someone like João Felix is thinking to himself, I think I should be able to get that 10 rule, but he's never going to be able to get it because of Cole Palmer, and he will frustrate.
But then you know what that comes down to for me, Dad. You know what that comes down to me,
So I'm saying, no, hear me out. Like I'm just saying.
I'm actually gonna kind of back your point.
Let him land, so we can.
I get
I'm going.
Because like I think your point, Jaffrey, is a good point, but I think the question becomes, why did he sign for Chelsea if you knew that you were going to compete?
That's what I'm saying. But he backed himself up. So that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, listen, players do that. Players back themselves and say, I'm going to go there and I'm going to take that position. But then you get there and it gets tough and it gets frustrating for you. And that's where Olu was talking about.
Yes.
Like that's where the egos can kick in. You see what I'm saying?
That's
what
I know.
Who's to say? Hold on, just one second.
I know what he's. Who's to say that they? I know what they are saying. I don't disagree that if Palmer keeps performing like this, or Pedro Neto comes in, and that Noni's sitting on the bench going, "Rah, this has been 3 years now." That's gonna happen, I think. That's never.
And that's a good thing. That's a good
exactly.
That's a good thing. No, nobody's saying that's a bad thing. We just mentioned the ego.
100%. So why I have an issue? Not issue with conversation because it's a conversation, but why it's weird that Oli brought up as a negative stance is because I don't really see this as a negative at all. For example, if Jackson, Palmer, Pedro and Sancho perform well for the next 15 games,
Sancho was there.
and we're third in the league, and the others are sitting there going, "Oh, we only get Carabao Cup, Conference League." So be it.
Yeah, listen,
the team's doing good.
I agree
But
with
I
you.
don't
I
care.
agree, as a French perspective, I agree with you. So
Why
what
we got dragged into this
Wait,
instead
I know.
of talking about
I'm
the
gonna-
freaking goals of Nkunku and
wait.
yeah,
All I'm saying, this is what I've always said. Maresca's greatest job will be to manage that, right?
Yeah.
I've always said, forget the X and O's, forget the tactical analysis, forget setting teams up. His biggest job will be to manage that team and whatever Chelsea's sort of business model is. And this is where it sort of spiraled from, basically, right? And I'm just like, for me, all I'm saying is that I didn't say that there's going to be an ego problem. I just said that when you have that many players, the issue can be an ego problem. That's all I was saying. And people just think I'm sort of projecting into the future. I don't know what Maresca is going to do. If he manages all that, then Maresca is an absolute genius.
Yeah, big up to him.
Let me now. Can we continue with the super chats? Appreciate you people. Colton here is saying because 2020 4 years. That's half a Chelsea contract. I don't get this comment, Colton. To be honest. 2020 4 years. That is half a Chelsea contract.
You know what I've started to realize?
He's saying that Chelsea are signing. Here you go. Like, just let me. You can't slug off the Chilwell invest saying so long ago 4 years when your model that time frame is mid contract 7 years death contracts. Oh, he's talking about the contracts. But that is the thing. I need someone to explain to me how would you sign? How would you give someone like what's his name? Jackson a contract until 2033? That doesn't make any sense. What if he flops? What if he gets injured? Replace all 11, 2 to 5 work. How do you sell 7-year flop? That is the thing. How would you sell a 7-year contract at an 8-year contract? Mudryk tomorrow. Do you guys believe that Mudryk tomorrow, if you try to sell him, he's just gonna go?
No, but Mo,
he's not gonna go.
But Mo, this is why I said at the beginning that they are billionaires, right? And they may have hired. Look, we don't know how they're going to sell them, and we'll be surprised that they might have found a loophole to be able to sell a 7-year contract to another club based on some type of amortization again that they can actually redo, and Chelsea will be the first to pull it off. Chelsea is a good selling club. When it comes to the business of selling, don't be surprised if Chelsea pulls a hat out of a bag. As in a cat out of a hat. Sorry, my magic is
a rabbit out of a
hat.
You can never
put it beyond Chelsea. When it
comes
to
speaking facts, because there was a summer, I can remind me, where we had Kante, Kovacic that summer, and everyone was telling me, "Oh, you're screwed. You won't be able to get rid of no one. You get FFP problems." We literally got rid and made like 200 million that summer. We got rid of everyone to Saudi Arabia. We got rid of Havertz, all these players. And everyone was telling me, by the way, on the streams, "Oh, you're screwed. Your club's a mess. You can't sell no one." So what they are saying is correct. Everyone's
because there are people here that paid freaking 65 million for that guy, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And you'd think, Mo,
what are you hiding?
Did we force Man United to pay this money for Havertz amount? No, we're just smart.
Other guys paid 55 for Mason Mount. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Another thing you realize is like these type of long-term contracts. Now that I'm thinking about it, if the players do well in the first 2-3 years, selling them off, if people really want them, then because you're going to pay crazy money for them because you have to buy out the rest of the 4-year contract, the rest of the 5-year contract. If they do very well in 2 years and you need to sell any one of them because you now have a pool of massive players, let's just say 50% of them succeed. What then happens? They'll sell and make money. So at the end of the day, it can go either way of the scale. The fact that most people try to look at the negative side, I'm just like, look, we've seen Chelsea, they're a selling club. We know they can sell. Most likely they're going to find a loophole. And I'm sure that there's cancellations in those contracts, which says like, here's a 7-year contract. After 4 years, if you haven't performed, we can cancel you.
It's probably a clause.
I'm sure I'm sure they'll have things in there. They're not just going to do.
I guess we'll see. All I care about is that Chelsea at the current moment are my favorites for top 4, and they're playing good football. That is all I want to say. Sean here is saying Chelsea looked good, yes, but we are 6 to 8 games into the season, and some fans already saying title race. Remember, Spurs fans said the same thing last year.
Who said this seriously, man? Stop gaslighting people.
Yeah, come on.
Tanya said that this morning.
No, I'm about to reference that, but
Tanya said that this morning.
I have Chelsea fans on my Facebook timeline, yarning dust, and I'm just laughing. I'm like, okay, you're playing good. Everybody should just wait till after 38 games.
Dio.
Can I ask you? Okay, hold on. I asked this question on the football terrace. This is a very. We have a very, very recent example of a team that got 5th and went to challenge the season after, out of nowhere. I'm not saying Chelsea will challenge or win, but we have seen that some teams can jump 2, 3, 4 steps in one season. Why are people questioning that Chelsea can do this with the freaking amount of talent they have under their disposal? I'm not saying they're gonna win it, but I am saying it can be done.
If people say we can't, I think they're being deliberately obtuse. But I don't think it will happen at the same time. So I think if Chelsea were to do it, I wouldn't be like, oh my days. But at the same time,
like Arsenal challenging and getting 7 points on
Arsenal challenge. But if you actually watch Arsenal towards the end of that season, they were decent and their pre-season was good. So the way some Arsenal fans I even heard back then, not a lot by the way, but some were actually kind of confident for the season getting top 4. It just so happened that it wasn't top 4, it was higher level. So if Chelsea was to continue this form and pick up 1 loss in the next 10 to Liverpool away, I mean, in good form, I don't think anybody here should be surprised and go, wow, that really shocked me. Because sometimes you look at our players, and if you rate the manager a certain level, then why can't you get a Levi Cole with high potential, or Augusto, or Caicedo, or a spine working to a high level? Lavia. So it's not like a crazy, but I'm not saying it will happen, by the way.
I think it will. I think it will. You'd be shocked.
No, that's too far. I think.
Can I ask something? Can I get Will's opinion on this? Hold on, before I go to the next super chat for Blaze. Well, the season before Ange, how was you? And how was the season with Ange?
Season before Ange was really bad. I mean, we had the whole Conte debacle in the second half of the season. The first half of that second season was actually pretty decent. Then Ange came in, and the first 10 games were magnificent. And then we dropped off.
But you still got 5th at the end, which is a massive jump from the 8th that you were under Antonio Conte. And the style of play and all this stuff.
We were
and all the
fourth when Conte got. But
that season. But I'm talking about that season ended when you were 8th, if I'm not mistaken. That season, it was a horrific end of the season. It can happen. I just have to believe. Let me do the super chats and then we. Okay, sorry, Blaze. I actually forgot your super chat. 70 bag is a life changing for ego players. Maresca spoke in a press that he spoke to Joao and Jadon about limited minutes before they made the move. Rivals.
That is true.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Like, I'm telling you what, Blaze, if Maresca done this, and this is true, this guy is the biggest salesman to get a team that is not in the Champions League playing conference to convince players to join with limited minutes. It's ridiculous, actually. If you think about it, it's nuts. If you think about. Imagine speaking to Jadon Sancho and Joao Felix and telling them, listen, you have to earn your spot. You are not a starter. You'll have to earn it. In a team that were 6 and play Conference League. I think he's a genius if he can.
I believe it, Mo. Do you know why, though? Because to tell people context, sorry to interrupt you. Like our contracts are incentivized to a high level. So like the incentive is actually there. For example, our wage bracket is like quite low right now. Average of things about 190k, 110k, 1 to 2. But if we make Champions League, everybody goes up by 30%.
Yeah.
So that's actually quite sick. If you're Cole Palmer and you're on 150k, you can see yourself getting 180, 90k next year. So and then someone like Jadon Sancho,
every contract incentivized. Those are
not like Chelsea. Not like Chelsea.
Not like Chelsea. That's different.
It's different, Ollie.
There are players that make a base salary of 50k. It can increases to 150k if they achieve. So that's massive, bro.
Go on Google. Go on. Let me finish my point. Go on Google. John Anarissa's payslip. One year, he actually left it somewhere, and they found it, and they opened it, and it shows the incentives that they pay. Teams have been playing incentives since you've been writing. This is a contract they're writing. Of course, a club is going to put incentives in place. So this isn't something new. When people talk about some of the things Chelsea are doing, they're doing it to a higher level in terms of they've got a wage structure that's capped and doing incentives. But this isn't new, so let's not just like
Olu,
just
can I say,
run with this idea.
Olu, can I say something though? I hear you, Ches, when you talk about incentives, and yeah, that's a good thing to put in there. But then now in my head, I'm trying to put two things together. I tell a player, you get limited minutes, come play for us. You need to win your own spot, but you must get us to Champions League. Then you get incentives to get more money. But I only have limited minutes. So the games where you don't play me, where we lose, how do you want me to feel when you play somebody over me and I feel like I could have played in that game and made a difference?
You simplified the Dio to a point that I'm sure the players are not idiots and the agents are not idiots.
I know. I'm just saying like that's
like, come on,
no, but
you're
I'm
a logical man.
No, that's why I'm asking. I'm saying that I'm asking myself, I'm like, you know what? Then Maresca must be a genius for this to work. Like literally, for you to actually get these players to come together, right? And I'm saying, like, if you think about all the different aspects of it, the fact that it's working on the pitch, Maresca is a genius. I'm just pointing out all these things so that you can see.
I don't think he's a genius for that.
I do right now. I just
say that Sancho.
Broski, if you fucking can convince all these players to come to the team with limited minutes, he's a freaking genius, bro.
He's a genius.
Just give it up,
bro. That's crazy, man. I have to respect that. You have to respect that. You're telling players like that they're going to get limited minutes and they're
not going to get them.
The best player in the final and in this. Yeah.
Let me finish the super chats. Okay. Ahmed Suleiman, Patrick came in today wanting war. Patrick says what he's convinced about, to be honest. Sean, Chelsea will eventually face some questions as us Arsenal fans. If they don't win trophies, players will be happy now, but will they 3, 4, 5 years on?
Why are we talking about Arsenal 3, 4, 5 years down the line now?
Because they love to make things about themselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're pick-me's,
What
innit?
are we doing here?
I said it's pick-me's.
Why are you trying to make our season doom and gloom when you haven't won for 5 years? That's your story.
But he's saying the same.
Mo,
why are you attacking the guy? He's saying.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but he's saying in 3, 4 years.
Again, that can be true, but we're not there yet, are we? We need to see what happens. We're not in year 3, 4, or 5.
That's not the point.
It's a good segue to Arsenal. Once
did you read the question? No, Ahmed, hold on. Did you read the question?
I got the question, but I'm just making the point. We're still not there.
Ahmed, interpret the question again. He's basically saying where Arsenal is not a good place. 3, 4, 5 years, you haven't won anything. That Chelsea, that Chelsea might.
But not everything's going to be like you, though. That's the thing.
The problem I have,
the problem is going to be like that. Nobody's saying it's going to be like that. He's saying that
every process is going to be the Arteta process. Do you get me? Everything's going to be different.
That's what I'm saying.
The thing is, though, we haven't even got there, brother. Let us get there and see what
process. By the way, guys, I really can't hear who's talking. Anyway, again, read between the lines. He says if. He did not say when they don't. If means that you are probably going to win something. English. If they don't, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying read the question and understand it before you attack the person.
This is not English literature, bro. This is not English literature.
You know what
I'm saying? Like, let's say how it is, man.
Somebody says,
do you know what disingenuous means?
What
you know what disingenuous means?
Nobody knows.
Disingenuous.
Nobody knows.
If this is going to go to English, I'm going to pull my cat out of my trousers.
Whoa.
What are we talking about?
He thinks I'm reading Shakespeare, bro. That's what he's trying to make me do.
Again, ignorance. I don't know how people take this word. Is it offensive or not? Some cultures take it offensive, some not. I just want to make this out.
It can be
Angelo.
Context.
Yeah, Angelo was on contract till 2029, and he got sold this summer. He got sold. Didn't he get sold to yours?
No, he got sold to Al-Nassr.
Okay, that's a guy who hasn't even played. Young players on low wages are assets. Okay, fair point. Very fair point.
Yeah. Again, if you could make an argument like that, I will agree with it. I'm not going to just hold a position.
No, but you just don't have a counter. That's why you're saying that, isn't it?
I don't just count unlike you.
He's
never like counters, you know. He's never like
you don't have to have a counter to everything. You don't have to have a counter to everything.
You don't like this for the comments.
Ahmed, it's okay sometimes to just say someone else is right. You don't have to argue.
But I know your tricks. I know your tricks.
It's hard for -1 to understand it. Don't worry. Let's carry on.
0 actually.
Okay, Dio projecting into the future a bit like he projected about Jackson, who has more GA than anyone in their squad. since the start of last season.
I have never said anything about Jackson. You can go pull all the videos.
Let Dio respond, people, because the super chat is directed to him.
Yeah, I have talked about Chelsea as a team. I have never mentioned Jackson because I don't even know Jackson's stats and I don't care about it. So, Jill No Cutie, I did not project anything on you. I simply said, if you play well, you will get top 4. If you don't, and I said the same thing about Tottenham. I said it in front of Will. I said, if Ant Postecoglou gets the players that can play his style, Tottenham will ball out. Did I not say that last season to you? So
when you questioned about Maresca when Chelsea got him,
No. What I said about Maresca was like he hasn't proved anything yet. He's done it in the Championship. He needs to prove it in the Premiership.
He does. 100%. He's right. 100%.
I never said Maresca.
The problem, Dio, is everything you said. You literally said 1 + 1 = 2, and then
and people get rattled when you say you ask my opinion about Maresca. I'm like, I know nothing about him except that he was a Championship coach and that he needs to prove it with these Chelsea players who I think are talented players. I've always said that. You asked me your talented players, remember?
Did you also question Arteta the same way? Because he just came from
yes, I did.
at City.
But when we brought Arteta in, one of the first things I said was we are finished. I'm like, we are finished. Because in my mind, I had just seen.
I need to finish. Okay, can I finish the super chat? Because
I just say a fact. No, stats about Jackson and their players. Did you know, guys, that Martinelli hasn't scored in 17 games?
Cool.
And Gabriel Jesus hasn't scored since February.
Oh wow,
Jesus, man.
That's great.
Yeah.
I thought I'd just put that out there just for the
Red Line of Taranga saying, looks like Liverpool fans aren't the only fans mode that I gaslight. I gaslight Chelsea fans, of course. Me back in Chelsea before the season even starts, they think I'm gaslighting them. I say my opinion. No chance Chelsea even come close to the title. I never said that. Wallah, I never said that. I never said Chelsea will challenge for the title. And I don't think actually, I think there will be a separation between them and third, which is Liverpool.
I think they will challenge though. They will challenge. They look good. Challenge.
Chelsea's average weight.
Challenge who?
Stop.
They've played.
They aren't. He's trolling. He's trolling. Chelsea's average wage is 60k. The Premier League average wage is 72k. Actually, it is mad that the average wage at Chelsea is less than the average wage at the Premier League, considering they are a top club with some top players.
That's because got so many players on low wages.
Genius.
Maybe, but it is not 2 in 5. It is the other Kai Mount started. All the sales were in 7-year deals. Find a magic loop. Okay, so they mean that they won't find sales for the 8-year contract.
Bro,
we just did that, Angelo.
We got rid of.
He literally just did that, bro.
60 million with 6 months left on his contract.
How much did you sell Kai Havertz again? You sold him very well. That's good money.
70 million.
Bro, you got a sucker who just turned up and said,
"Got 130 million
mounts of you."
Who Cole Palmer doubled their GA patches. Did you know that? Doubled their GA.
Sean is asking, why are you getting rattled by the question?
Look,
why are Chelsea fans got rattled?
Exactly the question I asked both of them. Like, why did they get rattled about it?
Why are rival fans even getting like bent out of shape about what Chelsea's going to do with players that don't perform well at Chelsea? It's obvious. They'll just sell them to Arsenal.
And they come perform at Arsenal. Yeah, you want to talk about what Kai has done so far? Yeah. Oh, you're
what's he done?
What's Jorginho and Havertz done at Arsenal that haven't done at Chelsea?
Excuse me. No. Hold on.
Brought the vibes.
What's Jorginho and Havertz done at Arsenal?
Chelsea takes several seats. I'm talking to Tottenham. Let me little bro Tottenham first, and I'll come back to you. Do you understand?
Little bro Tottenham, find a player in your whole entire team that scored as many goals that had as many assists as Son last season, and then we can talk.
As many as Son. I don't care about many as Son. Your team is way behind mine.
His name is Heung-min Son.
Your team is way behind mine. You can't even catch up.
Okay, but find a player. You're saying Havertz did something. He scored a bunch of penalties.
I rolled up to your patch, right? I rolled up to your patch without my most creative player, right? And I mashed you.
And you smashed. You scored a set piece, bro.
I mashed you. Yeah, because you can't defend
not mashed anything.
Because
we dominated right? you possession-wise, chances-wise, touches in your box wise.
Anyways,
pull out a different story, my man.
Can I answer Chez's question?
You
said
what?
you
pulled the cat out of the hat.
I
said, wait, Dario.
Listen, both your clubs still have no Champions League. So, like I said, you're arguing like.
Oh, -1. Be quiet. Yeah, go. Yeah,
Yeah,
go to 10th this
my
year.
club-
Go to 10th
that's
position.
Wait,
You go to
Dario.
10th with my
All of
league.
our clubs have won Champions League, barring Dio and things.
Okay, so let me. It's a good segue. Good
I need to
segue
answer
to the Arsenal.
this question.
The main question that people were asking today is very simple, and I really want to know:
No, I'm messing around.
are Arsenal rattling people, or Arsenal fans are rattled? The reason why I'm saying that,
It's obvious.
About what?
Mo, you know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
actually, I
obvious.
don't know.
No, don't be oblivious.
Arsenal have the
Okay,
biggest.
so, okay, hold
victim in the league.
on. What do you think my answer is? What do you think I know that I'm not saying?
You're going to
Joking
say
aside,
rival
though,
fans are rattled.
We all know the Arsenal are the number one for it's us versus the world. Everyone hates us. The refs hate us.
Yes.
The players hate us. No one wants us to win.
Exactly.
Whereas unfortunately, it's been 20 years. All this
Okay, hold on. Okay, so let me do something very simple here. Shez, would you rather Arsenal win the league or Manchester City?
I've already predicted Arsenal to win the league.
No, who do you want to win? No, see, you're doing this again.
Why does me wanting what matter?
Ask you a direct question, answer with a direct answer.
Mo, what's your question based off? I don't understand.
I'm gonna tell you. And
Just
don't play
doesn't have
that
the
game with
capacity
me.
to answer a
Don't
quick
play
question.
that game
We've already
with me.
come to that
Manchester
conclusion.
City. Just say
Okay,
Manchester
We've
City.
come to that conclusion.
Okay,
Thank
well,
you,
answer Manchester City. Ahmed, would you rather Man City or Arsenal win the Premier League?
Yeah,
Either
Man
of you.
City. Man City.
Okay, Ahmed, Chelsea, would you rather Arsenal win the Premier League or Man City win the Premier League?
Man City.
Yes, you're the only one left.
I don't get what this proves.
Just don't
It's
nervous.
nothing. Just
not
answer the question.
Yes, resistance.
Just answer the
Don't be
damn
nervous
Chelsea
about
win.
getting
That's
cooked
what
for
I said.
something silly. Just own it, my man.
The only reason why we're saying
Bill,
City,
It's
I
nothing
never once
against
said
you.
I
We
wanted
see
Arsenal
the
to win it.
rival like
I just think they will. So
Right. I'll put it this way.
Who do you
I
want
wanna
to win
hear-
it is
can I
the
hear
question.
Ahmed?
Who would you rather
Ahmed, can I
have
hear
won?
Chelsea
Ahmed's
to win it.
point?
I want Chelsea
Let me
to win the
hear.
league.
Let me hear Ahmed's point.
Chelsea's not an option.
Ahmed,
what about why I want
about
City?
this Arsenal versus the world. It's everyone against us and all
It's
this
not.
stuff.
It's not.
No, because the thing is, yeah, Arsenal fans will start complaining about everything's against us, yeah, but they're the first ones to be laughing at Rodri's ACL. So which one is it? Do you get what I'm
Not
saying?
the ones here. Not the ones.
No,
on
no, no.
this
But
one.
Didn't they laugh at
Arsenal
Odegaard?
fans in
Didn't they laugh at
general.
Odegaard?
Hold on, let me
Didn't you
land.
laugh at Odegaard's injury? Did you laugh at Odegaard's injury? Did you not laugh at Odegaard's injury, Ahmed? Did you not laugh at Odegaard's injury, Ahmed?
Wait.
I laughed at Odegaard.
Hold on. He answered.
Look
Okay,
at you
Ahmed
now.
never. Ahmed didn't laugh at Odegaard.
Your fans, Tottenham fans, City fans, you're coming to
Tottenham fan laughed at
you're coming to the
Odegaard's
Etihad.
injury.
You're coming to the Etihad. You
We're
don't got
not
no
Arsenal
Odegaard.
One
fans.
at a
We
time,
don't do
guys.
that.
It has to be one at a
They
time.
agree.
Wallahi,
They
we cannot-
agree.
I want to ask a question. Oh, wait, Dario, wait. Answer the
Bring
question.
the receipts,
Okay,
Dad.
wait, let me ask a question.
Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath.
Ahmed. 2 weeks ago, did you do a limp on stream?
Yeah, I did a limp. Did you like the
So
impression?
were you mocking Saka?
He did do a limp.
Were you mocking Saka?
You know what he's trying.
Were you
I'll
mocking
do it again,
Saka?
by the way. I'll do it again.
Walking, man. You know what I mean?
That was the funniest thing, man. That was
There we go.
funny.
Look at this man.
Crits. There you go. So there you go. So you want to laugh at someone getting injured. And
No,
then you
but the
wanna
thing
say,
is,
"Oh,
there's a
because
difference.
Saka's never injured when he limps.
But you know what it is? You know what he's doing, yeah?
your
He's
arguments."
basically trying to excuse Arsenal's
I'm not.
behavior.
I'm
No,
not.
we're saying
I'm
everybody
saying
does
your
it.
behavior.
Everybody does it, Ahmed. Even you did it.
I'm not
Even
saying
you
that.
did it.
Wait,
I'm
I'm
So
not
don't
saying
be
that.
disingenuous.
I'm not-
You did it. You limped on screen. There's evidence of you mocking the player for getting injured. Now you're saying Arsenal fans are
But Saka is
mocking
never
Rodri.
injured. He just
Hold on,
does that.
hold
That's
on,
his signature.
Patrick. Whether Saka is injured or not, the point is he mocked the player that pretended to be injured. Okay, fine. Let's even say Saka pretended. Let me go along with.
Thank you for saying that. I've always
Let me
wanted
go
to
along. Let me go along with your banter that Saka pretended. He mocked Saka for pretending. Okay, maybe Rodri too is pretending
deserved.
because hold on. He maybe a couple of weeks ago,
If the
Rodri was faking injury.
Then mocking
Was he
him
not?
for faking
Now
it
you're
is
not getting
absolutely
injured.
justified.
Please.
It's absolutely justified to mock a player who fakes being injured.
More.
Yes.
More. I have an answer.
Oh, he missed
More, I
his
have an
sitter
answer.
against Bayern Munich and started limping
I
afterwards.
can't. To be honest with you, I can't moderate this at all.
No, more. I have an answer.
Oh, you don't
No, I
need
have
to. We'll moderate.
Yeah, more. I have an answer. I have an answer for this Arsenal thing. Do you know the reason why a lot of teams who I think two seasons ago when Arsenal were cooking and they were getting close to City, there was a lot of people voting for Arsenal, saying go ahead Arsenal. And guess what? Myself, even as a City fan, I was like, well done, Arteta, because I was still in love with Arteta and Arsenal, and I never had beef with Arsenal. I was like, well done, push us. If you win it, you win it. There's a point in time I was like, they're gonna win it. Well done. I have no beef with Arsenal. And then my Man United fan friends and Liverpool friends, Spurs friends, and Chelsea friends came to me and tell me, Patrick, you are making the biggest mistake of your life. Do you know the Arsenal fan base? They're loud. They are loud. Do you know the issue with Arsenal? You can even see FTV. I know people hate on it. These guys are so loud and cocky. That's why most of the fans have switched. They have left Arsenal. They liked Arsenal. Now they've left. They're saying, you know what? Would rather anybody else or even City to just get a fifth one. Because Arsenal fans more. We were with Liverpool. I thought Liverpool were unbearable. Arsenal fans, you go home, you sit back, your head will hurt. They are so unbearable.
No, that's not true.
That's not true.
Patrick, hold on. No. Patrick will attest to this. None of you used to do content back then, bar Ahmed, Man United, right? Patrick, you were Liverpool fans in the quadruple season. It was one of the worst half
the sponsors
a year.
are unbearing, by the way.
Oh my God.
Wallahi,
we used to go. I used to hate myself, bro.
And
they haven't won any.
During the City.
During the City Liverpool, the quadruple season, 21-22, the second half of the season when Liverpool were cooking and Champions League.
Yeah, but I was on channels more, but you and me never met. I was on channels. I was on channels.
Wait. So listen,
Ahmed can say they were unbearable, bro.
Mo, can we go back to the question again? Can we go back to the question again?
Sorry.
I started my channel in March of 21 and been doing content since lockdown October 2020.
Let me say.
No, but I still was online. I was still on YouTube. I was still doing shows with the Liverpool.
You don't think Liverpool were unbearable? Easy, guys.
No.
You don't think Liverpool? Anybody here don't think?
I've met Arsenal. No, I've met Arsenal now. Arsenal is.
Yeah. So wait. Okay, guys. Yes, Arsenal fans, we are unbearable, right? And the reason why we're unbearable is because obviously in the early 2000s we had that team that Wenger sold us a dream with, and we've been living off that for a very long time. I agree with you. Yes, we do rattle people. Rattle people. We do get, that's fine. Very long time. That's
very
great.
much for finally admitting.
But I'll tell you this. The reason why Arsenal are wrestling people in terms of the way we're playing right now, at least, is this. 3-4 years ago, we were the softest team. People used to say, just get stuck into them. I remember when United, you would go to Arsenal and absolutely batter us on the pitch in terms of just fouling us, and we would just take it. And then we used to say, Arsenal soft, they want to play nice football, they don't want to fight, and there was the easy way to beat them. Now the rabbit has got the gun. Now the rabbit is the one that's now smashing people, and people don't like it anymore.
Got nothing to do with your play, bro. You guys were just as annoying back then as you are now.
Will, I said on the pitch. It's
got nothing to do with your performances on the pitch.
Mo, you were asking everybody a question.
We can't hear you, by the way.
To be fair, the point was about the fans.
Mo, you're asking everybody
nothing to do with the team
earlier, right? You're asking everybody a question earlier, and they were all answering. And you said, who would they rather win? And most people here said Man. I think everybody here said Man City, right? Every single person here.
Apart from Chez, who was
apart from Chez, yeah. So
apart from me, I want Arsenal to win it, of course.
So here's Liverpool. So here's my question. When you started this segment by saying that does Arsenal rattle? Is Arsenal rattling rivals, or is it Arsenal that is rattled? I think it's the rivals that are rattled, because every single rival. Let me finish. You see, you're rattled. Let me finish. Let me finish speaking.
You're saying we're rattled. I'm asking you to clarify.
Let me finish. You're rattled.
No, you cut me off, by the way. You can't say this.
Let me finish.
He hasn't spoken for literally. I have timestamps.
That's a change.
For 12 minutes. 12 minutes. 12 minutes.
Yeah, but if you let him start, he'll be talking for the next 12 minutes.
No, he won't.
It is rattled again. I said it. Look at them. See, look at them.
We're timing you, mate. Time started.
Let me start with Chez.
Finish.
Chez is so rattled that he can't even answer a direct question. He just hopes that Arsenal would win. Ahmed is rattled about Arsenal, because now they know that we're not a soft cookie anymore, right? You know that for a fact. Of course, Tottenham. I don't even have to touch Tottenham. Tottenham are just miles behind us. I don't need any. They're not even they're not in my rearview mirror. The only people that I think we rattled this weekend, that I think we did rattle this weekend, is City. Now, City fans might claim that they're not rattled, but go look at what your players are saying online. Only Gundogan spoke properly this weekend, who said it was tough, We had to find a better way to break them down, and we did what we needed to do. Every other person, if it was Liverpool, they would have played this way. Why is Arsenal playing that way? They're rattled. You've seen now that we're not easy fries anymore, right? So there's no way. Look, I was disappointed that we did not win at the Etihad. City was celebrating the draw. There's a big difference now. So who's rattled?
The last minute goal, bro.
It's a last minute goal, man.
Oh, but last season when we tied with them, when we stopped them from scoring and we didn't score anything as well last season, and we celebrated the draw. What did all you all say? Oh, you went to City to get a draw.
We knew you're not going to win the title.
No. When I say all you all, I don't mean you directly. I'm saying fans.
No,
fans.
What does all you all mean, dude?
Rival fans. Okay,
there's difference. Hold on. There's a difference. The difference is that you celebrated something and then didn't lift any trophies.
No. I'm saying no. Hold on.
But you have to speak at that moment.
At that moment, they made fun of us when we tied the game. It wasn't at the end of the
hindsight.
Hindsight. Listen.
I swear that game was towards the end of it. Like,
that game.
Hold on. Let me put context here, Tayo. That game, Arsenal were top. Hold on. Let me just answer. It was Arsenal at that time. They get a point. They stay top of the league with the bigger chance of winning. So there was no point of people saying Arsenal should have won that game. Arsenal went to the Etihad and did the right thing and stopped Man City from going ahead of them. But people didn't like it. They wanted Arsenal to play attacking.
No, because I think Arsenal was in better form, though. Arsenal was in better form and stronger.
Yeah, but Patrick, the point is,
who cares, Patrick?
We celebrated it and they made fun of us. They made fun. They said, how can you celebrate? We're still top of the league. You're celebrating a draw. Now that City is celebrating it, everybody wants to give context. It's a last minute goal. Oh, they fought hard for it. Oh, listen, you had the best manager, the best goal scorer. You had a better team. You were at home at the Etihad. We were one man down. It was 10. And if you would like to see it, every other big team that has
why
gone
did you park
to the
the bus
Etihad,
against us? Why did you park the bus against Brighton?
I'm not Tottenham.
Why you literally stunk the pitch out every game this season, dude?
10-man Brighton.
Every game this season, you guys have stunk the pitch out.
Look at every other Big Six team that has gone to the Etihad.
It's factually not correct. They went to Aston Villa away, which is no one goes to Aston Villa and dominate, and they had over 60% ball position.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, so 1 out of 4.
And look at everybody who has had 10 men at the Etihad. Look at the scoreline.
That particular. I'm gonna say something. Okay, let me ask a straight question then. Do we think Arsenal are gonna play this way? Do you think in the next 8 games before they face Liverpool, Arsenal will be defensive against Leicester, Southampton? Who else do you play? Do you guys believe that they're going to play this way? Do you guys believe they're going to play this way? No, they aren't. Simple.
Also, I was going to say something. I was going to
give. What makes you think they won't?
Wait, guys.
I'm asking. Okay, hold on, Olo. Well, I'm asking you. Do you think they will?
If the pattern is that they've played this way in the Champions League, in the league, every single way they've stunk the pitch out. Like Atalanta's not a team that you should be coming out on.
What are you saying is weird. The same Atalanta that beat Bayern Leverkusen unbeaten run, the same Atalanta that destroyed Liverpool in the Europa Cup final, the same you want to sit here and paint Atalanta. You want to paint Atalanta will destroy you Tottenham 7-0. The way you play, that's your highlight. Highlight for life, mate. Highlight for life, mate. You go there, Skamaka will finish you.
Is it Liverpool fan?
He will finish you.
Who's rattled? Out of the two of us right now.
Yeah, you said way more
rattled. I'm telling you.
That used to talk about Tottenham and they talk about Arsenal, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Atalanta will finish you. Highlight for life, mate. Highlight for life. That's how we
play. They're just trying to defend. He's on the defense.
You're putting out fires that aren't even there.
No,
yeah.
Tottenham. You know I have beef with Tottenham directly. Anytime Tottenham open their mouth, I have to come for them. So Chelsea.
Can I go back? Can we go back to this? Can we go back to the football then? Well, do you believe that this is gonna be the Arsenal? Before I get to Olo, do you believe this will be the Arsenal's way? They have Bolton.
This has been their way this season. Until that changes, then that's the most rational belief to hold. Anything else is just hopium.
Where did Olo go?
It has been terrorism. It has.
Does anybody believe that this is going to happen? Yeah, he's fixing his mic. I actually don't believe that. I think the biggest test for Arsenal, and that is the game I'm waiting for, is Tuesday, October 1st, when Arsenal face PSG at their ground against a team like PSG that play position-based football under Luis Enrique. Do we think Arsenal are going to dominate and stamp their authority against that team?
No, they'll park the bus.
No, they'll park the bus.
Do you know what?
100% they'll park the bus.
Why are people assuming that?
100% they'll park the
No,
bus.
they will.
1-1.
This is what you call. This is what you call.
The
bigger games. I think Arsenal will do the whole season what they've done in the last 3-4 big games. I think they'll look to soak pressure.
100%.
Okay, so are we saying that Tottenham are going to play a high line throughout the whole season too? They're not going to find a way to change.
Yes, we will play a high line the entire season.
Okay,
That's what they do.
But why are you laughing? What I said? I didn't say anything crazy.
You know why I'm laughing at you. You know I'm laughing. I'm laughing at what you're saying because last season I heard a lot of people say
I said against big teams.
Let me finish. Last season, Will said all season. That's what he said.
Talk about Will then. I said
I'm addressing that. So last season, I heard a lot of people say Arteta has no plan B. Arteta does not know how to play in a different way. Arsenal only know how to play one way, and that's why they're not going to win the league. Now Arteta is showing that he has a plan B against certain teams when he has certain type of players with certain type of injuries where we know exactly what we're doing. Against Aston Villa, when we had an outlet like Odegaard, we did not sit back against them. Against Brighton, we had to sit back because we were back to 10 men. Again, there was a red card in that game. It was foolish of Declan to get that red card, but there were 10 men in that game. Against City, in the first half, after Erling Haaland scored his first goal, when we equalized the goal and we scored our second goal, we literally were in charge of that game up until Leandro Trossard's red card. And of course, what do? Even Gundogan said that is what you do when you lose a player on the pitch. Go read exactly what the player who was on the pitch said.
And I agree with him. And
so when people sit there and say you park the bus as though it was like intentional.
Dayu, how many minutes is the first half?
We didn't park the bus in the first half.
Dayu, how many minutes is the first half?
I don't know. It's 325 minutes and 365 days. We all know how many
45 minutes. I want to get to the point. Well, 45 minutes.
So the point is that you guys had 7 minutes of attacking momentum in the entire first half against Manchester City. 7 out of 45. And you're telling me that's not parking the bus?
Where was the rest of the
ball? Was averagely played in your half.
Can I just get the point, Dayu, across so we can respond to it? Please.
My point is you parked the bus against City in the first half too.
We didn't park any bus, my friend. We're 2-1 up, my friend. How do you park the bus and be 2-1 up?
Because you got those goals off of set pieces, bro.
How did we get the set pieces on their end if we were not attacking them? How did we get a corner kick,
dude?
Hold on. So we parked the bus, but we got the corner kick.
Did you play the ball out of the back? Did you work it through the lines? Did you go in the half spaces and work the ball into their half? No, you didn't, dude.
Because we did not play high line for life, mate, like you. Because we're not playing high line for life.
Because you don't play possession-based football. You play park the bus.
Will, you're chatting crap now.
I'm not. That's actual fact.
You said we got our goal.
How many progressive passes did you have in the first half?
Will, you're chatting crap again.
I'm not chatting crap.
No, give him the stats. Dayu,
can you answer? Dayu, can you stop? Dayu, can you stop this? When someone presents like factual evidence of something, right? It's either the facts are Arsenal dominated and played position-based football in this game in the first half for only about, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 7 minutes or 8 minutes or something. That's a fact, Dayo, by the way. But, however, I'm going to counter this with saying, I am not expecting Arsenal to even go to the Etihad. Is anybody here?
And dominate them. Like, what that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, it is so ridiculous. Because... Mo, hold
you
on.
sound very rattled.
Mo, hold on. No.
You're really, you're not letting anyone
I've never seen.
You're the only one.
Now you're just trying to fight for everything, man. He's fighting for every tooth and nail.
Ahmed. Again, I'm going to say this: the fact that you assume that any team would go to the Etihad, right, and dominate Manchester City at the Etihad, a team that has not lost in that pitch for 40-something odd plus games, right, is silly. The fact that anybody thinks that they're going to roll up into the Etihad with the form that City has had at home over the years, they've not lost in 2 years at their stadium, man. What are we talking about here? Did you think Arsenal was going to go up there and just basically dominate and have possession? It wasn't going to happen. You had to find a way to play them. And even with 10 men, we were 2-1 up. So for you to sit there...
Can I ask you a question, though, Dayo? Can I ask you a question? I'm going to ask you a question, Dayo, but aren't records meant to be broken?
Records hold on. Let me finish. Records are meant to be broken. If the red card did not happen, we're 2-1 up with our comments, but I will not do if, buts, and maybes. They scored their winning goal in an extra 1 minute after the extra time. So let's not make
Because
it
you're
about-
Your
judging.
players,
Let's
but
not
your
make it
players are also sitting down too, bro. Like you
no,
can't
I
have it both
agree.
ways.
Listen,
Your
I
players are
agree.
acting like you're injured. Like what are we doing?
Ahmed,
So wait.
I agree. It was
Guys,
a tie. We got in
sorry.
tie with 10 men at the
Dyer.
Etihad, and you want to play
Can I
it
get
down.
Olo? Can I get Olo another perspective of Arsenal,
Sorry.
please?
Okay, guys. First of
Really?
all, Dyer, like,
No,
you shouldn't-
Dio. I want. Olo has been
Dyer,
trying to get
Dyer,
another perspective. That's
First
it.
of all, you shouldn't even care if we get. Listen, even if we have 10% possession, as long as you leave there with something, that's all that matters. So when Will has his stats and talking about how we've played defensive and so on and so forth, who cares? Honestly,
Thank you.
Who cares?
Thank you.
I don't care.
Thank you.
I saw Mourinho go to Barcelona.
I'm just saying it's a fact that that's the way you play.
Okay, cool. That's cool. That's fine. Take your facts and put it to the side. No one cares.
I
Mourinho
like
went
that.
to
See, I like that mentality. I like
Hey,
that.
Olu, fair
Mourinho
play,
went-
man.
Mourinho went to Barcelona.
Man just owned
Played
it.
defensive.
We
When
got Deo here just
I
waffling
kicked
to
the ball away.
everyone, trying to justify it.
Here's the
No,
question.
Exactly,
the
bro.
reason why we care is because the
They
question
went,
was
they
asked:
went,
is
they
Arsenal
went,
going to play
calm.
this way for the rest of the season? Yes.
Can I finish? Okay, even if we do, if we win something, I'll be happy. And if we don't,
But you haven't won anything.
Yes,
He said,
'cause I
if
have
we win,
future.
English, if we win. He's
So
talking
if
about
you
if we
win and if you don't,
Can you
was
listen
playing
to the
this way
English?
worth
See,
it?
look at Olu. Olu, I feel sorry for you, bro. I feel sorry for Olu.
if.
Now you're rattled, man. Now you're head lost.
If
Full on
if
Rattle
I
now.
had
gun.
$10
Full on
billion,
Rattle
I would be
Did
a
you go to school?
billionaire.
Head is
Did you go
gone.
to school? Did you
If-
go to school?
This is
Yes,
good,
I
this
went to
is good.
school.
Good. So what does if we win mean? What does explain it?
It means nothing, is what it
It's
means.
actually good.
So
This guy's
it
good.
means
It's
nothing to you.
hypothetical.
Exactly.
I'm
That's
talking
it.
the
That's
hypothetical.
what he thought.
Hypotheticals
okay,
aren't
man.
anything. They
Throwing the
literally
towel,
mean
throwing the
nothing.
Can I hold on? We played beautiful football for 8 years, and all you guys said is one league title in 8 years. No cookie points. You're all hypocrites and jealous of Arsenal.
I agree with Don though.
No one's jealous of Arsenal.
And again, I'll
I
go back
agree
to
with him. My thing is Chelsea. The way you win football matches and trophies, at the end of the day, no one really cares as long as you're winning.
exactly.
If
Exactly.
Oli can sit here and say,
If they win a trophy, hypothetical, that means absolutely nothing. Then they
Okay,
can
so the
come
question
back here
becomes,
and talk
well,
trash all they want.
The question becomes, well, do you believe Arsenal now in a
And win this
position
way?
to win a trophy?
No.
So now move on from the point of
No.
like, okay, style of play, not style of play, to the next point.
Arsenal
Do we believe
will not win a
Arsenal in-
trophy playing this way.
This
No.
is the
Will-
same Will
Will-
that said. This is the same Will that said Tottenham will finish above Arsenal last season. 5
Wait,
years
wait,
to go.
wait a
I
minute.
did.
I have
did.
seen
Same-
Chelsea.
same
I have
Will
seen
who
Chelsea
said you
play
wouldn't
this
win
way.
the
That's the
league.
question. I remember that game 5-0 because we played beautiful attacking football, Liverpool, and he lost 5. No
And
one
also-
gave them credit.
And also, listen, the biggest, again,
PTSD.
the biggest,
Who didn't
the
give
biggest.
them credit?
So that,
Wait.
guys, can we focus on the question, guys? Are Arsenal in a position now to win the Premier League and win trophies?
I mean,
Now.
They
yeah,
have
they
to.
should. They should
have
win
to,
the
they
Premier
should.
League.
It's not-
Okay,
it's
they
not
should, okay,
can they?
Ahmed, that word they should is
No, they are.
No,
They
no,
are.
no, no, they
Let
have
me
to.
finish. Let me
Okay,
finish. The
I'll-
word should is exactly if, right?
Okay.
The word they should is Chelsea should finish. Okay, by the way, Chelsea should challenge for the title with the money they spent, but reality is they aren't. Now, my opinion, this is my opinion. Man United under a manager third season should challenge for the title,
They
but
should.
the reality is they won't, right?
Yeah.
So don't tell me should. I want your opinion, so we
Okay.
can debate. We can debate it.
Yeah, Arsenal are in a position to win the title. They are. If you want to,
See,
they are because yeah, they've been in that position before. Obviously, they weren't successful, but they know how to challenge. I guess they've just got they're competing with Man City, who's arguably the most vital player who's going to be out for the rest of the season. Yeah, and replacing a player like Rodri, despite how good Man City are, yeah, is going to obviously affect them in some way. They're not going to be as dominant. Their midfield's not going to be as good. They might have some good replacement here and there, yeah. But what Rodri offers to that team is like you can't replace that easily. So Arsenal, yeah.
No winner, yeah.
Yeah, and also,
So
And
the
also,
answer is-
so yeah, of course they should, bro. Of course they
to
should.
back
They've-
up
That's
Ahmed's
so
point,
the-
yeah.
like,
Back
the
up
point,
Ahmed's point.
just wait, just
course
because I've
they
been
can.
waiting for a
The
while.
kind of Ollie, the
Points-
kind of
I've got-
issue I have is it's not necessarily that can Arsenal do they have the tools to do it? Because everyone here can agree. Even Patrick said it. He even at one point thought they were going to win it last year. Before the Aston Villa game,
No, two
I
seasons
was
ago.
but before the Aston Villa game last season, I was excited the fact they were going to beat Aston Villa, beat the remaining games, and win the league, and they didn't. So the issue is Arsenal themselves. It's not actually City, because this season, for example, they had a draw against Brighton that had nothing to do with Rodri and nothing to do with City. and they dropped points already at home. So my thing is like, if Arsenal don't win the league again, it will be a case of them not doing enough, rather than being City.
So the point you're saying is Arsenal is now a really good team, good enough to win the league. That's what I just want to hear from you to say.
Bro, let's be honest. The Premier League is not great, by the way. Let's be honest. The Premier is not great.
Ahmed, you don't do that.
Me saying you're going to win the league is literally me saying that.
Sorry, no, Ahmed. Wait, Ahmed, do not do that.
But do you not think Olu? Do you not think that Olu?
Can I get Olu one?
Go on.
Ahmed, my United Ahmed to say Arsenal are good enough to win the league. None of this nonsense that the Premier League isn't good enough. That's not the question. Say to me, Arsenal. Answer the question. Or answer this. Is Arsenal?
He answered.
I already answered. Do you want me to say it in like Japanese?
Yes, please.
I don't know.
Yes,
bro.
in Japanese, in Arabic, in all. I just want to hear it.
Yeah, they'll win.
My soul.
Arsenal.
Yeah, Mo already asked me the question. You know what it is? Listen, I don't
think so. I know that for a fact. Will doesn't think that Arsenal are good enough to win the Premier League. I know that. Like he said that.
Arsenal are a good team. They are a good team. They are not a team good enough to win the league, because this league contains a team with Manchester City in it, and you're not better than Manchester City.
And Chelsea.
1A, 1B. Who? Whoa.
Wait, can I ask?
Chelsea's
Chill.
Can I get Patrick's point? Patrick's point.
Okay,
Do
you know the other thing about Arsenal, which it's always been a curse at Arsenal? I don't know if maybe Arsenal fans will accept this. Arsenal always fail at the end. That's what I've noticed, and I think that's why they're failing to beat City. Because if throughout history, right,
Premier League
what we do, even if you watch AFTV and all these funny ass,
where are you getting? Can I ask you, Patrick? Where are you getting this from? The Arsenal.
Okay.
You literally put out a statement that said Arsenal always fail at the end. Where is that statement coming from?
Let me tell you. So if you look at Arsenal's history, right, they always even when they used to do top four, they struggle. Is it at the end? Is it April? Then they always went down. And you know what's funny? I'm like, I thought that mentality was gone, but somehow it looks like it still happens even now with Arteta, where at the end they seem like they just go down.
Patrick, the last 18 games of last season, Arsenal won 16, drew 1, and lost 1. No, hold on. I'm coming. I understand where he's coming from.
He's saying his facts.
If you're talking about the old Arsenal, I hear you and I agree with you. If you're talking about Arsenal for the last 2 seasons, right? The season before the last one, yes, we crumbled in certain games. We did at the end of the season. But last season, we went a notch higher. There was nothing that look. Let me say. Let me say this right. In the history of the Premier League, only 11. Listen to what I'm saying. Only 11 teams. Hear me out. Only 11 teams have won the league with more than 89 points. In the history of how many years?
Context.
So my point is, if you're saying it's still there, but last season we drew 1 game, lost 1 game in 18 games.
No, you're doing.
Dio, at the end of the day, bro. Wait.
That doesn't make any sense.
Listen. You can make it all a contest. Listen, let's make it simple. You lost against Aston Villa last season, and that's what cost you. Season before, you lost a few games. Simple as that. Let's keep it pushing.
I know, but
in the key final games, you are mentally failing.
No, you cannot say final game. That's 1 game out of all
key final games. Aston Villa, how many games is left after Aston Villa, bro? Dai, how many games is after Aston Villa?
You're biting too hard. You're biting too hard.
Dai, how many games is remaining? How many games remain after Aston Villa?
I don't remember. Look, Ahmed, honestly, I don't remember. All I'm saying is, Olu, let me land my plane. All I'm saying is, if you lose 1 game,
you're trying to sink yourself.
Look, if you lose 1 game out of 10,
think deeper, man. Think deeper.
If you lose 1 game out of 10, you cannot say that is the entire 10. You cannot say that you failed in all 10. That's what I'm telling Patrick. I'm not saying don't.
Can I stop the conversation and say something? Can I stop the conversation? I want to say something. It has nothing to do with this. Has to do with this. Hold on, Shez. Are you not entertained? There is over 800 people here. I need the likes to be on 500 likes, guys. It's very late for some people here. They're giving us the time. The people that are in England are giving us the time. Ahmed, Chez, and Olo, and even the people in the States, like Dio and Will, they're giving us their time. Are you not entertained? Guys, you need to like the video. And also, every single channel, the Bridge Nation, Chez, Banter on the Pitch, AA United, True City Fan, Patrick. It's everything in the description. So you guys go and subscribe, please. I need the likes to be 400 in the next 5 minutes. I'm sure you guys are entertained. So please hit that like button, people. Don't be cheap and hit that like button, people. It doesn't cost you a penny,
Right.
but it helps the channel. Go ahead,
Right.
Chess.
Let me go. Wait. No,
I'll ask Patrick a question. How many games in a row did Man City win last season from the point where they dropped points? I think it was Arsenal. Was it every single game they won, right? Patrick.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. So what's up?
How many games did you win in a row to win the league in the end?
What, Man City?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Was it 14, 15? I don't know. We won so many
games.
games.
You don't remember?
No, they didn't, because they drew to Arsenal at home.
They drew to Arsenal. After that Arsenal draw, they won every game. So
yeah, and then Arsenal dropped points, I think so.
No, Patrick, I'm talking about you. You didn't drop any points, I know, but how many wins did you get in a row? I think it was 14, 13?
I don't know, man. Every season we usually get 14, 15, so it's easy.
So why I say that is, they was giving me like a speech, reading it out on the script, going, the reason why, bro, the end of the day is, you needed to win all your games.
10 games, Shez, after Arsenal game. 10 games.
You needed to win 10 games.
You just go to the table and check also.
And you didn't win 10 games. So whatever nonsense or context or maths you want to give us, and the reason why it's not that deep, because only 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, whatever it is, the fact of the matter is, Arsenal Football Club needed to win 10 in a row, or you need to win 9 in a row, and you didn't win 9 in a row, and you didn't win the league. So if that happens this time next year, and we're sitting here again, and the same thing happens again, what we're all saying is correct.
Whoa.
That's Olu.
Oh, you need a new mic.
Olu, you're really. There is a lot of static in the at the back. To be honest with you,
is that better now? Is that better?
Much better now.
I was laying. My arm was on the wire.
Now you're behaving like your team.
Listen, you better watch yourself, Patrick.
Where you needed to perform, you failed.
Patrick, I'll get a cane and whip you. You know what we're talking about the other day. Remember what we were talking about the other day? No. So listen, Dad, you bit too hard. Okay. All you have to answer was basically, we've got 3 Premier Leagues. So that little question you said that Arsenal always fail is a lie. And one of those is gold. So before you come with this nonsense about Arsenal always fail,
here we go.
History has shown us that 3 times. Right, 3 times we picked up that big trophy, and everyone here, apart from one person, can say that. Basically, that's all I'm saying.
3 times you picked up the trophy, 5 times you bottled it,
and you bottled it all your lifetime.
I thought I was a hit.
No.
Lifetime has been a bottle. You just
look at the list.
Well, the Spurs fan, you're not hating. Well, the Spurs fan. What are you talking about?
Go look at the percentage of seasons spent in first place without winning the Premier League, and Tottenham is not on that list, my man. Tottenham is not on that list.
Different level, bro. Levels to the game, bro.
Don't accuse us of being a bottle jobs of giving up 93% of the season in first place and losing it, or 71% and losing it, or 57% and losing it, or 48% and losing it, or 57% of the last 20 games of the season and losing it.
Will, how can you hate
Let him finish. Olo. Okay, he has to finish so we can listen and understand what he's saying. We have to listen.
My bad.
Even if he's saying something that is not to your liking or not right, but we have to hear it first.
The reason why they don't like it is because they know
that has
true.
never won anything. Audi Cup. You won Audi Cup and you are making noise.
Will literally won.
Anyway, listen now. I am gonna do, guys. I'm actually gonna. I need to do the super chats now because there is a lot of them and I need to respond to them. Colton here is saying got Kai 17 GA in 14 games as a striker. That is a fact, but that is not our problem that he plays in the midfield.
He also completed 0 passes 2 days ago.
And guess what? It was a beautiful performance.
Yeah. Do you guys? I'm gonna tell you something. Wallah, and I want everyone to hear this. By the way, well, I went to the reaction. I think Dario, you were here with me, right? You were in the reaction with me. Me and you did the reaction, and I started by praising Kai Havertz, not knowing that he completed 0 passes. Do you guys know what that means? That he actually had a good game in terms of the plan. I had no idea that stat existed.
I was joking, but. Yeah.
Wallah al-Azim. I swear I'm gonna give you. I saw Kai Havertz put in the effort. Very, very composed in the line of defense. Hold on. But let me finish. Tackles, defending.
250k to put in a flipping effort away from home.
So is Thomas Partey.
Wow.
So
Bare
okay, hold on.
minimum,
Can I hold on. Let me just tell you that.
What are we praising here?
Hold on, let me tell you. So is Declan Rice 100 million to put in a
He's
defensive
not worth
effort in
100
front of the
million.
defense?
No.
But hold on. Let me just continue.
Declan Quinoa is worth about 15
Hold
million
on.
max.
98 minute. If Man City then didn't get that pinball goal, we are sitting here praising the defensive masterclass of Mikel Arteta.
Ifs. Doing ifs again. But they didn't.
Okay, but hold on. But the facts are they were able to defend the lead against the strongest team in the
They
world.
weren't able
with
to
10
defend the
men.
league because they didn't win the game.
This is what bothers me when people talk about players and what they did in a match. Kai Havertz had 0 tackles in that entire match. 0. Not one. Not a single one.
And not
Timber had 0 touches in the second half.
Okay, guys, to be honest, to play football and to be in that game, you know how hard is it to keep your shape, the structure for 45 minutes?
Yeah, it's very hard.
It's very hard. And by the way, every single Man City fan in the stadium said exactly the same. Said they were moving like a unit, left and right, having 6 at the back and 3 in front of them to prevent City from playing. That requires mental strength and concentration. And that is, by the way, and that is part of football, the mental focus to be focused for 45 minutes. Guys,
okay, but what
that
does
is
that have
not
to do with
easy.
him being tackles? You said he got lots of tackles. He had lots
No,
of
he didn't.
defensive actions.
He didn't say that.
Said that.
Actually,
Roll the tape back.
maybe I misspoke. My point about this is Kai Havertz was very disciplined in that game, along with Partey, along
They
with
didn't get the
Declan
win,
Rice.
so it is what it is.
Okay, and by the way, for them to actually get a point from the Etihad having 45 minutes,
It's not a big achievement. They drew 3 times.
it's a very, very big achievement.
No, it's not.
he
They
had
drew
3
3 times.
successful
With 10 men.
goals
With 10
Let me
men.
respond. No.
With 10
the
men.
argument is with me.
Do you see your score line when you had 10 men? You see your score line. Do you see your score line when you had 10 men?
Dayo, don't stop. Dayo, can I speak? Shez, to go to the Etihad and fall down to 10 men in 45 minutes and walk away even with a point is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a positive result.
I never said it was a bad thing.
Okay?
I'm just saying don't overrate it because what I'm going to say to you is facts right now. Arsenal have the best defense in the league. Fact.
They aren't. That's not a fact. That's actually not a fact.
One set.
It is not a fact. Liverpool, factually speaking, are better than them.
Cool.
Liverpool have the best defense right now.
We're being pedantic. Let me change my words then very clearly. Arsenal have the best centre-back partnership, in my opinion, in the league. Okay? And they have one of the best defences in the league. Them sitting back in a low block against a team that if Haaland doesn't score, who else does? To me, is not that deep.
We just turned Man City to a one-man team. Oh my goodness, Patrick.
Okay, Colton. Okay, I need to move on to the. Okay, Colton, you really rattled all of the panel with the super chat. London is blue. Thank you so much for the support for the empty super chat. Appreciate you, Colton. Again, saying small club mentality should never want a 5p. I disagree with that comment, Colton, because Chelsea fans should not care about Man City winning 5 in a row. I agree with that. Spurs fans should not care about it because it doesn't matter for them. But I don't get Manchester United fans wanting Man City to win the league again. It's very strange, bro. City rivals in the city, and they want Man City to win 5, and it's because you don't want to get bantered by Arsenal fans. Let's get a grip.
No, but this
there's
fight...
Manchester United fans that say Arsenal or Liverpool are bigger rivals.
Listen, I gotta do the super chats because there's music playing in the background somehow again.
Oh, sorry, my son playing piano. He's just playing.
It's good. It's a good one. It's okay.
Calm down.
Sean is saying Chelsea plus Spurs, blue versus white equals City fans. I don't think Spurs don't like Man City. I don't think they like them at all. Colors explain it. Thank you, Sean.
We have a special place for Spurs.
Yeah, there is Spurs and Man City hate each other.
We're the only team to go to the Etihad and score 3 goals against them in their own ground and actually have 45% possession.
You know what? Fair play to Spurs. They're the only team that come to us and actually once in a while they do lose, but majority of the time they cause us trouble. Yeah. Okay, Chelsea recently.
I will give me 200k and I will run like crazy, Alex. That is 100% true. Blaze, finally, whether we rate players or not doesn't mean that can't be sold. Clubs are data driven and will sign potentials. What do Chelsea have in stocks? Potentials. That is true. That's why Chelsea are able to sell players. That's fact. That's why this guy Angelo was sold. He never played the game for Chelsea and he was sold. It's crazy.
Money laundering.
Atalanta, who is higher FA ranked club than Chelsea. Atalanta are a better team than Chelsea at the current moment, probably.
Don't think so.
We have heritage in the game.
Guys, only time will tell with Chelsea, to be honest. Only time will tell.
Red Star Belgrade.
It's hilarious how easily we rattles Dio, that's for you. Got him speaking different accents and rambling.
It's not
It's on mute as well.
Is that your mod? Is that your mod? Scolex. I mean, Skull 6 or whatever your name is. Anyway, thank you for the super chat. I'm giving you entertainment. I'm not rattled. If I really want to be rattled, me and Will will go at it, you know. Yeah, enjoy the show.
Come on.
Yes, Skull, it's not hard.
Go on, rattle him.
For entertainment purposes only, yeah?
Seriously.
You know, saying to a United, you know what's mad, yeah? Saying to a United fan, yeah, do you want City or Arsenal? It's like saying, do you want to get punched in the left balls or in the right balls, bro?
What do you have? Okay,
I don't
understand. Okay, hold on. Let me just rebuttal this. I'm gonna ask you, Ahmed, a question. Do you consider Arsenal at your level?
What do you mean at my level?
It's a very simple question, by the way. That's a very simple question. It has no answer the question. Do you consider Arsenal at your level?
No.
Okay, so why do you care if they win the league or not?
It's not about me not caring. I view Arsenal more as a rival than Man City. That's why I don't want them to win the title.
Why is that?
Because I'll tell you why, yeah. When I look at rivalries, yeah, the top two for me, I live in Manchester, bro. I don't like Man City, yeah, but for me, just because of what the rivalries have happened in the past with Liverpool and Arsenal, I just view it higher. So when they win something, it will mean more.
That makes no sense.
The first one.
This is crazy, Ahmed. Arsenal have not challenged you since 2004, bro.
Exactly.
You were not born, bro.
You were not born then.
It's 2004.
Dunking on your head.
It doesn't matter if he was born there or not. There's a culture that goes through it. Look, it's the same thing as it is in London. The reason why the Tottenham-Arsenal rivalry is the biggest local rivalry in all of London is because of the history. We're the only two teams that have history before the Premier League existed, right? Nobody cares about West Ham or Brentford or Chelsea or any of those things back in the 70s, 60s, 50s, and 40s, right? Nobody cared. It was Arsenal and Tottenham.
So Millwall,
it's been going back since you guys crossed the river into our ground.
Education time. Millwall, Chelsea, Millwall, West Ham. A massive derby. So
it doesn't come close to the Tottenham Arsenal rivalry.
We're almost at 2 hours.
Let me finish this point. The Arsenal rivalry.
What's that thing though? Let me finish.
The Arsenal Man United rivalry came in the late 90s when we started winning titles. As Ahmed, as a fan, his reference points should be Man City because Man City are the ones in his backyard who are winning titles, not Arsenal. So I was saying,
on your head top, yeah.
I grew up when I was growing up. Yes, we had a rivalry with Tottenham, but my rivalry came United because we were going for the same titles at the same time. I wasn't rivaling Leeds or Newcastle or Liverpool at the time because they were not going for the title. So that's why it makes no sense to me why he worries more about Man United than Man City, who are their noisy neighbors, who are winning titles and trebles and Champions Leagues on their heads up.
Other people do, though. I think for me, this is the first time I've been on somebody saying that. A lot of people do, though. A lot of people do.
It's not about not caring because you're talking
about...
a
message?
It's not about
closing message.
Okay.
This guy.
You ran out of time.
Subscribe to everybody, like the video, and all that stuff, and hopefully you might see Dave and Ollie actually smile about faking it, actually win something into the season. But yeah.
Hurrah!
Yeah, in a bit, people. Stay rattled down. Take some more.
I've seen Arsenal lift the trophy. Don't worry.
Oh, it's gone.
So don't worry about it.
Okay, let me do this next to the super chats because Sean here is saying, and if before you all get rattled, we win anything, park in the bus, they will complain. We don't play beautiful foot. Nothing but noise.
Don't care.
I don't think so. No.
Conte, when we signed Jose Mourinho, we signed Conte. Look, I'm not like other Spurs fans, which Spurs fans are the majority of Spurs fans are big, giant.
Scared me.
Big
finish well.
Tottenham fans are some of the biggest hypocrites of any fans on the entire internet. Like I'm gonna tell you that right now because when we have an attacking manager, he's not pragmatic enough. When we have a pragmatic manager, he's not attacking enough. Like they seriously cannot be. Our Spurs fans will put the blame on anyone rather than who it actually belongs on, and that's Daniel Levy. Because before that chairman came into our club, we were a club that actually used to win things. Before Daniel Levy, we had more FA Cups than Arsenal. Before Daniel Levy, we did win things. We were a cup team. That was what we did, right? We were the first team to win a European trophy in England. That's who Tottenham was before the Daniel Levy area 20-something years ago. And he's completely destroyed our club. And our fans would rather complain about Postecoglou saying mate at a press conference or playing a high line than actually trying to do something about it and get the team back that they loved.
Bring Abby to my
Sorry, that's the world's smallest violin playing right there.
Because you know it's true, dude. If it wasn't for Daniel Levy, you'd still have less FA Cups than us.
Daniel Levy is the arbiter of all evil.
Okay, hold on. Wait, did Daniel Levy play? Wait, sorry, did Daniel Levy play against us when we won those finals? Or I mean, I don't understand how Daniel Levy is the reason why we
because
won.
He ruined the team.
No. Because you can't make again. That's a
you can by literally signing, by literally spending 160 million on 4 people that are under the age of 20.
But what is that got to do with us winning the league? I mean, winning the league. Jesus
because
Christ.
your competition was less than it could have been under different.
We beat Chelsea.
Chairman who put football first.
But we beat Chelsea in the final twice.
Okay.
So,
right, and okay, one of them was Hull, granted. So again, what's that got to do? That's got nothing to do with Tottenham. That's got to do with us.
Oh my God, that's for a different show.
I actually think
I have to finish the super chats. I'm sorry, everyone. Will you win? Well, you winning anything with attacking football? Will literally just responded to that, Sean. But
look, do I think if we had the players under this manager, could we win things? Absolutely. Right? Like if we had wingers who could actually play football, who could actually score goals, who could actually make assists, we would win things. Absolutely. But we don't. Why? Because our chairman won't go out and buy them.
But do you agree that the ones that he buys not actually performing?
They're not performing, yeah.
Yes, but do you think that the manager doesn't have nothing to do with it, though?
Yeah, the manager has nothing to do with buying players.
Okay.
So what he
no. He doesn't say yes or no. So, like, do you think your owner is not even talking to the manager about
no, the manager,
or not agreeing?
So the reason why the manager has control over players that come in and out of the first team. The manager does not have control for players that qualify under FIFA or under FA rules as U21s. Why do you think we signed 1 player over the age of 20 and 4 under the age of 20? Because the chairman doesn't need the manager's permission to sign players technically that can be registered as U21 players. He doesn't have to do it.
Yes,
now,
I know that Chelsea using that. Chelsea using that system too.
Yeah.
I know
so,
that.
Yeah, so if he decides to use those U21s because his other options aren't working, that's down to him. But he doesn't need. He can't say yes or no to players under the age of 21 at Tottenham Hotspur. That's why we only signed 1. Now Postecoglou did say no to certain players that were offered to him, right? That he didn't think fit his system, but he was never presented with players that actually fit his. He wanted Eze. He got that kid from Burnley.
I think it's actually slightly. I think it's slightly naive to think that the manager does not have pull at all. Like he can say no to Timo Werner. He can. I don't care who he say. He can say no to Timo Werner. Sure. At the end of the day, he did solo. Sometimes it's about.
Timo Werner wasn't signed as a starter. He was signed as a backup player, right? A bench.
No, he's talking about that.
Brennan Johnson.
I'm talking about.
I know that this season, forever we had shows about Spurs, but I
actually want to say something about Arsenal winning the league.
Can I finish the super chats before you ganging up on Dio like some neeks, disingenuous clowns? Okay, hold on. Can I respond to this?
Yeah,
by the way, just hold on. Number 1, this show has 2 Arsenal fans, Dio, and also Dio can fend for himself. Dio is big enough and old enough.
What's a neek?
Neek means nerd.
Dio, I'm sorry, Ryan.
Okay.
Dio is well equipped. It's well equipped to debate to all of us. All of us, by the way. So that notion, we're against Dio. Give me a break. Give me a break. And I'm responding in behalf of Dio, with all due respect, to be honest. Ganging up on Dio. Give me a break. It's a freaking YouTube show, for fuck's sake.
And it's
Not only
not
that, but I came on the post-match show for the Arsenal Tottenham game by myself against 3 Arsenal fans. 3. And then Mo, who's like half an Arsenal fan.
Ooh, brave boy.
AFC have no world class. Arsenal have no world class players, but they should win the league. Only if you think Arsenal are better than City, you should say they should. Very
100%.
fair comment. Very fair
100%.
comment.
just
So that's why I wanna. However, there is a caveat to this, right? Have you ever asked yourself why some rival fan says you have a manager that has been for 5 years, he spent a lot of money, he should have a team better than Manchester City at this current moment. Otherwise, they did not do a good job, unless I am missing something.
Well, that's providing Manchester City stay still, but they're constantly improving as well. So
That is fair enough. Fair enough. And also, no matter what Arteta can do, also Pep Guardiola is. People say Arteta is gaining experience, so is Pep. So Pep, by the way, is still learning. Everyone is evolving and learning as well.
Exactly.
Pep Guardiola is not standing still. So
and something else more. When a team starts to win, they have a bigger pool for better players as well. So the minute City started winning, it was much easier for them to get the players that they really needed and how they needed them than a team that was just building. So yeah,
100%. You're right. 100% here. Yeah, cool. Appreciate the super chat. We are entertained, guys. We reached 400 likes. Let's get to 500 likes. We are entertained. He's a couple of times. Thank you, Kill, for the super chat, for supporting the channel. Legend. Ryan said, Ches and Will are so disingenuous tribalists.
That's everyone's
you need
favorite
to
word.
go to the dictionary, Merriam-Webster, and look up what the word disingenuous means.
That's everyone's favorite word now.
Disingenuous means
Actually,
that you
this
don't
word
believe
came.
what you're
I never
saying.
heard this
I
word
believe
before
100%
last season,
what
by
I'm
the way.
saying.
Before last year, I never heard that word. It became like.
Yeah.
Remember, we used to have a word like
thank you, Ryan.
Disingenuous.
Remember, we used to have
delusional. All these
No,
people use these words
It used
completely
to be a
contrary to the
word
dictionary
register. Remember,
Nick,
register used to be a
dictionary
word.
definition.
Two things can be right at the same time.
Wait,
hold on. Quick question. So quick question. Sorry, quick question. So the Ches, you just subbed Alex for Ches. Chelsea, you subbed the player in.
And we got some better substitution.
You better
And he's gonna win Chelsea the game. More look at the panel. And more look at the panel and count who team up against who. And that should answer the question about how everyone feels about Arsenal. Arsenal are never right. The problem now is becoming. The problem are becoming.
It's because they're not. It's not our fault.
No. Let me respond to Alexis. The problem is actually someone actually super chatted that the other day. Chelsea, everyone in London are Arsenal rivals. Even freaking West Ham hate Arsenal. QPR, Brentford, everyone hates Arsenal.
West Ham hates Tottenham more.
Yeah, but I can say the same thing
but the thing is that
everyone hates United. I can say the same
thing. Exactly.
United is more hated than Arsenal. So because
but you're irrelevant now, so who cares? But you're irrelevant now, but who cares?
That was
I'm being serious. But I'm serious. Hold on. But you aren't a talking point. You're irrelevant now. Do you challenge for the league?
Point. We're still hated regardless, whether we're relevant or not.
No, you aren't. We aren't doing shows. Okay, hold on. We aren't doing shows. Bro, you lost 3-0 to Bournemouth last season, and
you lost to AC Milan 2-1.
But that's what we are irrelevant in the Premier League. Fine.
A good example.
I am here to admit that. Are you? I'm sorry, Ahmed. Are you relevant in the Premier League now? Answer the question.
Mo, here's a good example.
Hold on, Olo. Just give me a second. Ahmed, are you relevant in the Premier League?
Relevant is a term that you know what relevancy means, yeah? That a team that is relevant and you're constantly talking about, and other people are talking about that team, and other people do talk about United, regardless whether how shit we play.
We laugh at United, not talk. We laugh.
So
hold on. I'm gonna respond to this. I'm gonna give you an example. If United lose tomorrow, Patrick.
Everyone will talk about it.
No. Patrick, who's a City fan, LB, who's a City fan, they might make a stream to laugh, right? They might make a stream to laugh.
Don't even make streams anymore.
And that is rarely. If Arsenal win a game that they don't expect to win, Man City channels, right, will make a stream to analyze their games or talk about their games. If they lose, they will. You know why? Because they are now in a position to have some effect on the league. Arsenal. Maybe they can win the league.
Mo,
that is the point. People need to understand this.
Mo,
Let me
are you
know.
talking about the old True
Wait,
City
Mo,
channels?
Wait.
do
The
a
old
poll
one?
right now,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Do a
that's
poll.
reality, guys. That
I
is
want
reality.
everyone, yeah, to do a
Oh,
poll.
the old two of
Say
them
who
in the
more,
world.
United or
There's
Arsenal.
only two
I guarantee
cities.
you,
Alex,
yeah.
Mo,
Alex,
Ahmed. This is.
I can't hear what Alex said, and I couldn't hear what
I-
Ahmed said, and I couldn't
I-
hear what Aulo
I
said.
I was
Yeah.
saying, the only two streams in the world of Man City are going to stream about those are the two, like because
that's a
there's
low blow.
none exist
That's a low
anymore.
blow. That's a low blow.
Exactly.
I was going to say.
I'm giving you. You will affect the league, Ahmed, at the current now. That is what Man United fans need to understand. Chelsea now are more spoken about than Manchester United.
True fact.
One
You
thing
know
I
why?
will-
You know
Wait,
why?
God.
Because of the money. Because of the money. It's
So you
always
are doing, yes, Alex. So you are doing something that make us talk about. Man
exactly.
United aren't doing anything. They accepted
Fact.
mediocrity, and it went.
They bunch a club
Okay,
now. Yeah.
fine.
And guys, and
Damn.
listen, there's an easy way just to do this. Go on YouTube and type in hate along and see the amount of hate alongs that there's against Arsenal when Arsenal play versus every
And
other
Man
team.
City. And Man City too.
Literally-
Right along with Man City.
literally-
Yeah.
Everyone is
No,
going
I
to
think
hate
it's
along when
more
play.
Arsenal and
More
Liverpool.
Arsenal, of
It's
course.
always
more
Arsenal.
I think
More than
Arsenal
Liverpool.
and Liverpool, the most hated clubs in
Okay.
England.
Last super chat. 10 men hype. Daya. We beat Brighton with 10 men. Did you? Chelsea beat Brighton with 10 men.
Yes.
Yeah. End of last season at their ground.
Yeah, but you
Alright,
lost.
then.
But you lost to Man City with 10 men 6-0.
So
We're talking about Man City here.
So-
We played Man
Did
City.
they lose 6-0?
Yes, to Man City when they played
Last
in
season?
2019. No, not last
Yeah.
season. When they played in 2019, 10
All
men.
right. Okay.
we also beat Man City in the Champions League final.
No, you did. No,
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean,
But
you
what
also
I'm-
beat them
I mean,
3-1 at one point in
Alex,
time.
Alex,
What's the
Alex,
point?
I was
We beat them
comparing-
in the cup as well.
Listen, I was
All
comparing.
right,
10
all
men.
right.
Hold
We
on,
beat
hold
them
on.
I'm gonna say
3-1.
something about
We beat them
Arsenal.
3-1 with the
Alex,
same
listen,
style of play
I'm
they were
not-
playing.
Listen.
With Hazard and was it Kudus?
Ahmed,
Ah,
I'm so happy that
point.
Mo,
beating
hold
Man
on.
City is an
Again-
achievement. I'm very happy.
Again,
This-
no,
Can I get
again-
Dayo and Alex, and then we'll move on?
Yeah, Alex, what I was saying is I was just comparing one game to one game where 10 men played against 11 men. And basically that was it. So when Chelsea played with 10 men, that's what happened. Maybe because of the style of play that you played is why they opened and cut you up that way. We played with 10 men and we locked up and parked the bus. I'm not saying you've not beat City before. I'm not. All of that is a different.
I
thing entirely.
understand.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
exactly.
understand. I was saying that even Mourinho will be surprised how good you defending against City, even though, like seriously, like Chelsea play like crap, but we winning. Now you're doing the same thing. I actually not trolling, but I'm gonna say something that actually gonna trigger some people. Olu, first, you worry about Chelsea's money. You should worry about buying yourself a new microphone because you just went everybody with that sound.
Oh my god!
I'm done trolling. Now I'm serious. Actually, Arsenal, I think, is the better suiting team to win the league this season than any other because I always rate the team who defends better. People keep saying Arsenal lost the games last season. Arsenal lost the game season before. It's not the situation. To win the league, you need to sustain is a defensive unity. The more time that you give your offense to score, the more time you will score. They will adjust. If defense going to play the way defense is playing now, I understand the problem that they have with the forward line. I understand that. But if defense going to stay defend and nobody can score against them, the longer the game goes,
Defensively,
the more
last season they were calm though.
No, they didn't. They
Dude,
lost the
they
games.
also were good last season as well. What I'm saying is, I understand what you're saying, but you're saying if they
They
stay
had the
like
most clean sheets, isn't it? Was it Arsenal? Was it Arsenal?
yeah,
No.
Arsenal kept those clean sheets.
Yeah, but the game,
The clean sheets are not the example of how good your defense is. It's how long you go without conceding a goal. Period between period. That's the importance if you're a defender. I played as a defender. You don't go by clean sheets. You go between minutes you consider the goal. How the interval between those minutes. And I think Arsenal are better suited for that. I know for a fact, I know that Rodri is gone for a long time. The problem is if they will sign somebody in January, they will improve. But I still slightly think that Arsenal is going to be a better suited throughout the season.
But Arsenal will also sign Alex.
Yeah, no, okay, that's a joke. I'm saying, for example, the reason it could be the difference at the end of the day, what I kind of cannot project, it's the manager, and that's the key for the final. I think my personal view, if I had the money, I will put on Arsenal. But
All right.
I think
Okay.
yes, That's my
All right.
that's my opinion.
And
Listen,
Okay.
people, I wanna. Okay. Listen, this was the last point. We're gonna make the show, Olu.
Last point. So I went on YouTube in the meantime, and I typed in hated goal, and I kid you not, the first 10 were just Arsenal in different variations. So yeah, my point is this: we get hated crazy right now.
I'll tell you, I don't know, Olo. I don't know how old are you, but
I want to just before we leave the show, Patrick, true City fan, he's doing daily shows now. I want you guys to go support Patrick on his channel, Banter on the Pitch, Dio, AA United, the Bridge Nation, of course, and of course Chez's channel in the description as well. This was a brilliant show, entertaining, guys. In the chat, it's just we're all friends. We have one group chat for all of us. So thank you for everybody supported the channel today. It was a brilliant show. Thank you for everybody that gave us the time from the panel. Appreciate Olo for being here. Footy Judge Olo, of course. Appreciate you guys. And we are out of here, people. And we'll see you guys soon.